They got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something. That's why I ain't calling. Phone in progression. It's all that I wanted. The phone in affection. I summon and dub it. Cause they got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something. That's why I ain't.
Yeah. You know it. You already know you're listening to the Urban Sports Scene with Wole. I'm joined by friend of the show, Paul. What's good, Paul?
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it, man.
Oh, man. You know what, man?
I'm excited for this.
Bro, I'm going to be real with you, man. I'm excited to have you on. And the reason why, because also always say, man, I always want to give shout outs to folks who kind of like held us down doing the podcast thing. You've been holding us down. You be on both shows. And I feel like why not like showcase somebody who's so knowledgeable of football, you know, in general, like, you know what I mean? Like you go, but especially during this draft process, we always had conversations, you and I before, like just in chats talking about like, you like, hey man, I seen tape on this dude, tape on that dude. I like this about this person. So I feel like this is a good opportunity to showcase what you know and your knowledge, man. You got a lot of knowledge.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man. But before we get started, I gotta get a shout out to, you know, our boy, Adam Aniba.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Adam got me started on this. I ain't gonna start. Yeah. Adam got me started on this. We going back and forth. Then he introduced me to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right, I got into it because, you know, basically like we was talking before, I got into doing this real quick. Mm-hmm. I got tired of listening to experts being wrong. I'm like, I'm just gonna, you know, I'm not gonna say no names. We know who they are. I'm like, y'all are so way off on everything. So I decided to start looking at it for myself. Yeah. You know, just sitting there watching the game, like, well, he can't play, well, he can play. So it's like, all right. So, and now, with you know, with YouTube and film, anybody can get anything now.
Yeah,
you can look at it for yourself and just educate yourself on how to watch. You know, people going to the league and seeing what their skill level is or what their weaknesses are, and make your own assessment.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. You know, because we used to always go back and forth with my man. What TCU do?
The wide receiver
from TCU. My God, TCU. Yeah. Oh yeah. Why am I having a moment like Dotson? Dotson.
Yeah. I can't tell everybody what I said off air, what I thought about him, but you know.
Exactly. Hey, what's up, Taj, bro? Taj, hey, look.
What's up,
Paul in the co-host seat? Yeah. You said in my Denzel Washington. I love Taj, man. What's poppin', Taj? You can get Taj. You gonna be next? I'm gonna get you too. Don't get it twisted. I'm gonna get you too,
Taj in there.
I'm gonna get you, Taj. Eventually, I'm gonna get you. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Do not get it twisted. But if folks don't know, this is gonna be our this actually we're featuring Paul's mock draft for the Washington Commanders, and he's gonna pretty much break down. You know, he's gonna give us his mock draft, and also he's gonna break down why he decided like Washington would get these individuals. Before we talk about all that, hey, let me knock out some particulars. Hey, subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search the Urban Sports Scene. If you're on YouTube right now and you have not subscribed to the Urban Sports Scene YouTube channel, please hit that red subscribe button. Also, like this video. When you like it, it does well for the Commanders algorithm. It puts us out there on the search engine, and also it helps us, you know, gain more of that audience base. So please help us do that. Don't forget to tweet us at Urban Sports Scene. Hit us up on IG and TikTok at Urban Sports Scene, and like our Urban Sports Scene Facebook page. Also join our Urban Sports Scene Facebook group. Search Urban Sports Scene, sports bloggers, sports podcasters, and sports debates. All right, let's get into it, man. So like I mentioned, my man Paul has an amazing Washington Commanders mock draft. Selection of the, and this is not with trades or whatever. This is right now as constituted as it is right now. This is what Paul has. So we ain't doing that scenario. He trade back and this, that, and the other. We expect them to trade. Okay, let's just put it out there. We expect it. We expect that. We don't know what they're gonna get, so we don't want to do all that. But we expect them to do all that. All right, we expect it. But as everything is situated right now, here's what Paul has. Let me pull it up right now. Actually, it's taking me forever. To move this up anyway. Here we go. Paul. All right, Paul. Tell me these individuals and why. Well, first time, let's list these individuals down real quick, and then we'll break down why.
Can't see that. Go ahead and say Princely.
No. Yeah, Princely. You say Princely. Go ahead, Princely. I'm not gonna say his last name. I ain't gonna lie to you. Princely from Ole Miss. Miss. I'll knock it down first. Princely from Ole Miss, right? One of the better pass rushers in the country. last year in terms of skill set. Second round pick for the 61, Dylan Sampson, running back from Tennessee. Fourth round pick, which is the 128 pick, Torrey Horton, wide receiver out of Colorado State. I actually liked his film. Once I saw this, I watched this film. I forgot that he was the kid. Like, I remember watching that game. I forgot that was a dude getting busy in that Colorado game.
He was torching Colorado.
He was. That's the game that what's name went down, right? That's the game Travis went down. Yeah, but he was still he was torching though. He was torching
anybody.
Jalen Reed out of Penn State, and 7th round pick Connor Kobe out of Iowa. All right, so let's go right into it. Let me get right into it. So Paul, we start off. Why the first pick with Princely?
Well, I picked Princely because, first of all, listen to all your shows. You know, I wanted Travion Henderson for my first pick for the Commanders. But during the mock draft, I had to think like, okay, first rounder at 29, we need a defensive end with some explosion, ball get off, motor. You can see right there, he gets around the corner fast, and he's just hard nosed. He look like a commander type player. He's just vicious off the ball. Boom, getting around the corner on the left tackle. And this is in the SEC. What people don't know is that he went to Florida last year, transferred to Ole Miss. So as you know, his Florida numbers was just as good. He only had 7 sacks in Florida. But when he went to Ole Miss and playing with a little bit better talent on defense, you see how he got around the end right there. Boom, jumped out, assisted on the sack. Look at that bend. That would attract me to it. I said, okay, we have nobody like that on our roster, period. It's for him to come in, immediate help. Look at that. He pursues well. Look at him with the run here. Stacks him up.
Yeah. I liked his film, and it's like you said though. What I do, because for me personally, when I watch these kids coming out of college, and then you look at the combine, I need your combine. If you have an impressive combine or an impressive pro day, I need that to match what you do on Saturdays, right?
Right.
And at first, I was like, I like certain other individuals in the draft, like, and we'll talk about some of these other individuals. But when you told me your stats, I was like, that's fair. Like that's about around. Like, that's a guy that you can see, like you said, has the bend, athleticism, and he played against good competition in the SEC. So I do agree with that. I like that selection a lot.
And he has a motor. You see, he don't give up. Another film I was watching, ball carrier get past him, he's running them down. He's running down the field. He's not lazy. He also is very high IQ player. He processes quickly. He's kind of slight. He's only 244. He's 6'4", 244. He's slight. But the one good thing about him is that, and if the Commanders do draft him, you can move him around as a piece.
Okay.
And he would dominate either side of the line. He would go left, right, middle. I wouldn't play him in the middle right now because he needs to work on his anchor, because he's only 244. So he has a tendency to get caught in the wash. He needs to work on his hand technique as far as hand fighting. But as you can see there, he just goes around. He goes around the corner on you. It's over. I mean, he gets there quick.
My man Todd says, man, I had to admit, Paul knows his stuff. Yeah, he does, man. He does. He said that 4th round pick is intriguing to me. And let's go back to that. Like, what was that 4th round pick? Horton. Yeah, Horton is nice. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna talk about Horton. But all right. So, why him over other edge rushers? Is it there because you think that's where Washington? That's who you think Washington can really will likely to get over some of these other dudes, or that's when he's like he's your favorite after watching who's going to be there. He's your favorite around that section. There's Pierce. There's Pierce that people are talking about. There's the kid from BC. You know what I mean? That people are talking about. There's Green, Mike Green. These are all these individuals that are kind of clustered in the same area. Why is it because you think he's the better of all of them, or you just feel like he's going to be there?
I think he's going to have a better upside. He's a better fit for us.
Got you. Okay.
Because you could move him around. Like he's 6'4", like I said before, long, got good arms, good bend, gets around the corner, and you can move him around like a piece right now.
Yeah.
The others is a combination also. I think he'll be there. He'll be a good value pick, and I think the others will be gone before him.
Gotcha.
Also, he's a good character guy. I didn't see anything bad about him. I mean, I don't think the Commanders, they was linked to Green. I don't think they're going to touch him, to be honest with you. And I think Donovan, the kid from BC, the other pass rusher. He's going to be gone. We talked about he's going to be in Baltimore probably before us.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a combination both, but I like him because his film just popped. I was like, whoa, hold up.
Mm-hmm. No,
when he hit that corner, I was like, okay, that's what we don't have that, and that's what we need.
Like, so does the size bother you though? Because like obviously what we had with Fowler last year, which he had 10 plus sacks, but he was bad against the run, right? Does that size bother you in terms of how he can play against the run in the NFL?
No, because right now his athleticism is way better than Dante's Fowler.
Got you.
So as you see some of the runs, he has to work on his disengaging as far as his hand fighting technique. But he gets to the ball carrier quick. See, that's what Dante didn't have as he got older, But Princely, boom, he sees it, recognizes it, boom, he hits that gap, he's there, and he's a good tackler. So I think his upside in the run game is better, but he just need to put on more weight. See, the stuff that his weaknesses right now is solvable.
Okay.
But you can't solve somebody who got that natural bend.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So he has that natural pass rush instincts. And once he develops a little more pass rushing moves, that'll be Ryan Kerrigan's job to do.
Good point.
Sky's the limit with this kid.
So you think Ryan Kerrigan do a lot of good work with him?
Yeah, just teach him. Like on some of the films, he has the natural bend around the corner. He'll beat you because he has to sit out wide, hand in the dirt. But he got a nasty spin move. But now he needs to learn how to put that with the, as he gets stronger with the power bull rush. Mix that all together with the spin. He has to keep tackles because, in the league, tackles, once they know you're predictable,
it's a wrap.
They're going to stonewall you.
Yeah. So getting the counters definitely a big time in terms of like the pass rush. That's what people complained about Chase, like when he was here, not having the counters, right? It's all about having the counters. All right. So my man's next pick. So you had your next pick was Dylan Sampson out of Tennessee. Please tell me about this kid, man. Tell our listeners about this kid.
Well, let me tell you something. Right now, I thought he was 5'11", but he's only 5'8". But as you see right there, he has a burst. I would say he is a triple hitter, not a home run hitter, because he got caught when I was watching one.
Yeah, he was getting walked. He walked a few times.
He got walked. But as you can see here, once he's inside the 40, he has an excellent burst. He's gone. He ran a 4.42, good balance, great spin move, and he's tough around the goal line. I was looking at his film that you see right here. He gets in the end zone. He's tough. He's 5'8", about 198, almost 200. He has a little ball security issues, fumbled 4 times in 2024. But the thing is with him is that he is gone. I'm telling you, once he hits the hole, he is gone. And for this team, we don't. I know we wanted a home run hitter, but if you want the next best thing, is this kid right here, Sampson, and plus he led the SEC in production for his touchdowns and rushing. So I'm like, if you're productive in the SEC, then hey, you ready for the league.
I'm surprised you choose because we seen him get walk. I'm surprised because you was gassing up Caleb Johnson to me. So
I was, but
then you would take him over Caleb Johnson?
For us, were we picking that? Yes, because I know I said that at first, but then I was like, all right, we need somebody who can go 0 to 100 quick.
Yeah.
I mean, Caleb Johnson's good, but I mean, people say, well, B-Rob. I'm like, all right, I see the not similarity.
Yeah.
But what got me with Caleb is that he's faster on film, but I was like, all right, that's in college. And plus, he played behind Iowa's offensive line. So I'm like, all right, by the time he was running 4.5 by the time he hit the hole. I mean, he was, he had holes.
Yeah.
So he was like, all right. I put that in consideration, but then I look at what Sampson was doing.
Yeah.
Explosive back. And then once I saw he took around the corner, he bounces, boom, he's gone. I mean, you saw it in some of his film. He just, he hits that corner, boom, he explodes. One of the things I wanted to see more of him, but they didn't ask about him in Tennessee, was his pass catching. But I think you see all his traits there, the good feet, the balance, the speed. Oh, you get him in the screen. If you get him in space, he's gone.
Yeah, I think screen game, using him in screen game, he could be a problem. I think the speed is there. What's going on, Lou, man? My man Lou out here on IG chiming in. Appreciate you, man. I'm with you. I think the screen game, he's gonna be dynamic. I don't really get into like catching out the backfield because I think predominantly you catch that's more screen game, right? You know what I mean? Like that's more than say catching out the backfield or like catching like Marshall Faulk ran routes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like this ain't that type of thing. It was Mike, man. Appreciate you, my man Mike. But yeah, I like Johnson. I mean, I liked Sampson from what I watched him, because the first time when you brought him up, this was the first time I like looked at him, right? Won't lie to you. And I, you know me, man. You know who I favor in this draft, running back. So it's not like everybody else is like I don't be caring about. I ain't gonna hold you. But so and we'll talk about them in that individual I like too, because he's on your other list too in terms of top at 29. But I can bring it up here a little bit though. But you don't think that said I'll put in his name, that said running back can be available in the second round? Some of the mocks I got, they got him second round.
But see, we had 61.
I know it's
some
true.
Mocks got him going 54, 51.
This is true.
See, and that's why, and like I told you before, I didn't use no draft simulator. I just looked at all the information out there.
Yeah.
And I was like, Trayvon not gonna be there.
Yeah, I know. Not at 61. I don't think so either. 61.
You know what I'm saying?
So you think Junkins? But see, I've got Junkins going before him. So that makes you. They got Junkins.
I'm not a Junkins fan. You know.
Me either. See, look. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a Junkins fan either. But I'm a lot of folks. I'm gonna say this. I mean, Trey. This is what I'll say for Trayvon compared to Junkins. I think Junkins is probably. I ain't gonna say. I think Junkins can be a solid back. But I think something you said earlier about Princely.
Mm-hmm.
That thing makes sense. Like for this, it's just that Junkins is not a good fit for us. Like he may be a better fit for somebody else. Like for Washington, compared like pairing with Jaden Daniels, I think Trayvon is like a better fit. I just feel like a running back like that is a good fit for Washington, because they need, like you talk about, an explosive. Jaden needs another explosive player.
Right. And my comp for Sampson was, I thought about it, was Cook from Buffalo.
That's a good one. That's actually a really good one. That's similar.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. That they are very similar, to be real with you.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, Cook is productive and he got speed. So I'm like, that's, we just need I could go with the triples. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wanted him to be a home run hitter, but I was like, well, getting ran down by SEC safety is not embarrassing.
Oh, no, they got legit speed. That's legit. Yeah, they legit. I mean, you're talking about the best athletes in the country are probably in the SEC, and well, I mean, the realignment has changed everything. The Pac, it used to be the Pac-12 too. They have, in terms of athletes.
Exactly. So
all right, let's go with your next pick, the 4th round pick, man. I thought this was intriguing. Talk about Horton, man, for me.
Torrey Horton, 6'3", 198, CSU, Colorado State University. Deep threat. Now the background on him is this: he had a knee injury in 2024, so his best film was in 2023. He came back to the combine, ran a 4.41 after coming back from an ACL injury.
That's tough.
Now he's not even that fast. I mean, he at 4.41. He could be faster than that.
That's wild.
So I'm looking at him like, okay, he's our other side from Terry. As you can see, he just pulls away. He glides. He's smooth. Yeah. He presses people in intermediate routes. He can go deep on you. Can run after the catch. He's just a more better De'Ami Brown to me. That's all.
Oh, man. De'Ami was like that in college, so it's hard for me to that's why it's hard for me to talk about, like, but I will say there's similarities.
No, he's faster than De'Ami.
In fact, De'Ami was fast in college. No, you know what? It's coming off ACL. You're right. This come off of ACL 4.41. Yeah. So that's right.
De'Ami ran like a 4.44.
It was like a low 4.4, right? It was like a 4. It was low. Yeah. It was like a
4.41 off of ACL.
Tear. Yeah. So I do I like him, and the thing about it, what you said, I think is because the thing you said about it is like that's impressive. Is one, like if you look at his body of work in 2023.
Ooh,
you see, it was crazy, right? And then you add on to that he came back. He tore his ACL, came back for the combine, ran a 4.41, right? So it tells you the speed is still there. Steve Smith said nobody ain't talking about him enough. Like, he came out and said this. He was like, this is when everybody's sleeping on. If Washington got lucky to get him, because a 6'2", that's mean a 6'2" wide receiver. Now, you put Debo in the slot. Right. That could be, that would be a steal.
It'd be a steal. And also, guess what? With the receivers we re-signed, you really ain't got to play him this year. You can play him. And also, he's a kick returner. Let me back up. He's also a special teams person. He runs kicks back.
Yeah, it's true. But you got like the receivers we got, you can still play them. I don't like the receivers we got.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say. I know you're talking about that.
I'm about to say, I'm the Debo. Like we ain't ready.
Yeah, but you know how the staff is though, Wale, man. They're not gonna rush this kid back, even though he impressed everybody. You know, coming off ACL, running a 4.41.
Yeah,
they're not gonna throw him in there.
Oh, and that's good though. They should know. They should real talk. They should know. You know,
to me, he's what I used to call, we used to call back in the day in the NBA. He's a draft and stash.
Yeah, he is a draft and stash type of dude because I feel like if anybody remembers that Colorado State game where that was passionate. That was a passionate game. That was on prime time, and that dude, because Travis Hunter went down. That dude got money like that game. He was
open every play. Yeah, and one thing people don't understand, his separation for his his slim
size,
build.
6'2".
Yeah, 6'2", 6'3". He gets separation, and I'm like, okay.
And the cool thing too, if you watch how Colorado State used them, they put him in the slot, they put him outside, so he could do multiple things. They did a lot of wide receiver screens with him. So to your point, it lets you know he got punt returner ability because they got him doing those things as well. Now, I think to your point, my guy, like he would be the steal of the draft that Washington got him because I think he would be a potential starter when healthy.
That's what I'm thinking.
Potential starter. And you don't usually get that in the 4th round, like a legit, like it's no not, and people won't think I'm throwing shade at throwing shade at
McCaffrey.
Yeah, I'm not. But this is what I was talking about. Like this is true production. Like Horton is true production in college against good competition. You know what I'm saying? Like now you can make the argument like if you look at this before his injury, he did go get a chance to play against Travis Hunter in Colorado, and it wasn't sweet. But like again, it's Travis Hunter though. Like I'm not gonna like ill on you for like not looking against Travis Hunter. And it's not like your quarterback is Trill anyway, too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say that. Yeah. Like, people always look at stats and they don't look at that. Sometimes the dude throws you the football, it plays a part in that too. But yeah, I think that to your point, I think he's scary. I think he could definitely be a starter for this team. He's definitely could be the steal if Washington got him.
Yeah, 4th. If we stay where we at 4th, we're not the only ones thinking this way, but
I agree.
It's like if you got to get that type potential at that's a value pick at that position. And everybody say we know we need a deep threat.
Yeah.
And I was like, you put him up behind, you put him with Terry and Debo. Yeah. Maybe later in the year, we just say like they developed Diami this year.
Yeah.
Bring Horton along slowly, let him come in later in half of the year.
That's a good one. I like that too. Because to your point, I just think that with his ability, he can definitely get you don't have to rush him because at the end of the day, like Jaden's still gonna make plays.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Jaden's still gonna make plays at the end of the day. Like Jaden's still gonna be good enough to make plays and do special things. He don't need that much work. All right, so hold on. Like my man Mike got a question for you, Paul.
Right.
He says, do you think a trade can happen with Hendrickson from the Bengals?
2 things can happen. 1, it could happen, but 2, Greg Newsom's available also. So if they,
I mean, the cornerback?
Yeah, the corner from Cleveland's available.
Yeah, Cleveland available. Yeah.
So, Mike, to answer your question, yes, it could happen. It depends on which way they want, what direction they want to go, and how much they don't want to give up because they only got 6 picks now.
Yeah, so it's like, I'm saying, like, you better. Let me say this to you, Mike, man. I know because Mike likes Hendrickson. I don't hate Hendrickson. But I will say this to be fair, like, this is a big edge rushing draft.
Mm-hmm.
You can just get one.
Right.
Like, for real. Like, you don't got to give up no collateral. You just can get one.
You can just draft Princely at 29 and go.
Yeah, like you could just get one. Like, that's the thing. Don't get it twisted. They got him. I wouldn't be mad. I'm just saying, like, you can just get one.
Right. Hey, well, I finally came into y'all dark side of thinking, like, I was like, I just want the best player. And I thought, looking at film, I was like, you know what? They right. We need a defense.
No, but you know what? So you say that now, I think I'm on your dark side because now I want the best player, right?
Yeah, I was like, man.
No, because I ain't gonna lie to you, because I was like, because somebody I was on a podcast yesterday, and it was like, it was shout out to Bryce from the Gas Sports Network, and he was like, he said basically like at 29, like at the end of the day, like one play. All right, this is what he said, and I totally agree with you. Whoever they draft, like the edge rusher they do draft, it ain't going to change the dynamic of your defense for real.
Right. Thank you.
Like, do you think one player is going to make us the best defense in the NFL?
Not at 29.
All right, but you do know that if you add, so when somebody says, I was like, damn, all we need is defense. We need defense. That's always my mind. You know, that's been my whole thought process. Yeah. And I still favor it, but that was my thought process. But then he was like, well, like, why not get like, all right, if you believe that Hampton is like that, right? And you be like Hampton from North Carolina, right? He lands to you at 29, right? And he's the best player on your board. You should take him.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're helping out Jaden. Because the main thing is to help Jaden be the best he can be. That's the main thing. That's right.
I'll read my comments.
Yeah. I'm now because I had to change. I was like, nah, with this, because drop it. Like, look, 55 blew my mind, bro. Like 55, getting a 10 score 55 on you in a championship game, like made me dissect life. Like as a football fan, bro.
Hey, I got amnesia real fast. I was on to next year after that loss.
Like, I'm still trying to get over that track. I'm trying to hold you.
I'm over now. I'm waiting, you know what I'm saying, man. I'm waiting for this to come up.
But to your point though, why not? If the best player, like if a wide receiver slips to you that's like electric is the best player on your board, why not pick him? Why not? Because 29 is a glorified real talk.
Second rounder.
There you go.
That's why I was like, y'all. The reason why I changed from what y'all was saying, I was like, all right, I looked at 29, I was like, oh boy, we need a defensive end because we have no bend on the outside. I'm like, come on. We just had like a kid like Princely coming off the edge can give us 5 sacks. We'd have won a lot more games. Let me just put it out.
I agree with that too. I'm just saying, like, I get it now though. Like, I'm not going to act like at first, like, how dare y'all want to get? How dare you not want to fix this defense? I'm like, I get it now. Like at first, I was stubborn. That's how we telling folks, man, I can change.
Yeah, you can change.
I can change. I ain't stubborn. I can change. Let's see. What am I, man? Let's see. What we got here. Here we go. I got. That's what Todd say. Todd says in my mock, I was back and forth. Yeah, I was back and forth between Horton and LB Jared Ivy. I mean linebacker Jared Ivy. You like linebacker Jared Ivy?
Yeah,
I haven't seen him. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know my shit.
Todd, I like that. I like that call, Todd, because I was going back and forth with a linebacker in the fourth. Or then I thought about, I was like, well, they got McGee.
They like McGee. They like McGee a lot. They like McGee a lot.
We got that linebacker special teams. So I'm like, you know what? We signed a lot of one. My thinking behind that, Todd, you did a good point though about the linebacker. He's good, but I was like, we signed a lot of wide receivers to 1-year deals, and Noah Brown got hurt. McCaffrey didn't develop like we thought he was going to develop.
Well, he could be better next year. I ain't gonna hate him more. He could be better. We'll see how McCaffrey turns out. We'll see.
Yeah, but McCaffrey's not even. Doesn't he have the skill level that Horton has?
Facts. We're not doing that. Like I'm not gonna do that.
Well, you know I'm different than you. Y'all got diplomacy. I don't. I'm a little.
Yeah.
He's not better than him right now.
He's not better than him right now. He's not. I don't think so. But go ahead though. I don't think so.
Yeah. So I went back and forth, and I just thought, Todd, I get more value with Horton than I would with the linebacker, the kid. Nothing against the kid. No disrespect. I just thought I'd get more value at the 4th round. I got a high upside with this kid at the 4th round. Look, Terry McLaurin was a 3rd round pick.
Yes, I'm saying you can get Stephon Diggs was what? Stephon Diggs was like a late round, like 5th, I think 5th, 4th round pick.
Yeah, he was late.
Late. So I'm saying you can get studs. I mean, definitely, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why if the studs you get in them late rounds are typically dudes, like I said, who produced their college career, just that some certain like they didn't measure right in terms of like speed or whatever. Right. Something it didn't do well in like in the 40, they didn't come out the way that folks thought it would be. So but yeah. Mike.
I'm gonna tell everybody in the chat and tell you real quick. If you hear a big scream on day 2 of the draft in Upper Marlboro, that's me because somebody drafted Hort before we got there. Like, are you serious?
I know. I mean, look, to your point, I think that when you got like somebody like Steve Smith out there saying like people sleep on him, they let you know that if he can say that, knowing he played the position, I think there are others, there's scouts that are keen on what he can do. To be real,
yeah, true.
Mike said, "Hey, well, how many games will we be at when the stadium come back to DC?" Hey, shoot, I gotta do this show, bro. That's a good one, though. I gotta do the show here, man. I stay to the hustle.
Right.
But dog, I won't hold you. The first game though, yeah, I'm in there. The first game, I'm in there. Y'all, I've been wanting the team of RFK in DC, so
oh yeah,
I'm in it.
That's from a different day.
Yeah, I'm in there. I won't even lie to y'all. I'll be in there. I may have to tell Glenn them to do the show that day. Deluxe said, you have Devo Brown, Gallup, Osborne, and you can coach Luke and a rookie to hopefully take their snaps and jobs competition. Yeah, you can. Yeah. I mean, I ain't keen. I mean, Osborne is whatever.
But Deluxe to that point.
But I'm with you though.
Yeah, it's like I just go by traits and talent wise. He's talented. Like if you put a talent wise against our receiving core now, Debo and Terry are probably the only ones that are better than him.
And Horton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just pure talent, no experience. Just
Gallup. I think Gallup is good. I ain't gonna hate Gallup because he had a $1,000 year.
Yeah, but Gallup been out for a year though.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Like I can't tell you, like when you've been gone for so long, I can't say like I'm not gonna go back to the play unless you like be real with you. There's levels to it. Unless you like Terrell Owens, Randy Moss, or somebody like that.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. But you Gallup had a knee injury, he blew his knee out. I think he had to come back from, and he's not. And he was a second tier wide receiver. And so good productive second tier wide receiver. So I'm not throwing shade, but I'm just saying like he still got to show me. He got to show me. And Noah Brown stays hurt. Like that's his track record. So I mean, we'll see though.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Mike said we need a defensive end, maybe two. We need a defensive end. I mean, I ain't arguing that. But does it change the dynamic? Again, it goes to my point. Does it change the dynamic of your whole defense? Well, will this defensive end change you thoroughly? Like, I think I'm gonna get a defense. Like, let me be real. They're gonna get an edge rusher.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get an edge rusher. It's when it's like it's gonna be like what edge, who they get, and will you be happy with it? I think it's the fair thing to say.
Let me put you like this: they're gonna get an edge rusher, but you gotta fortify what your strength of your team is right now, and that's number 5. You gotta give him enough weapons as you can.
I agree with you. I'm starting to sway that way. I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. All right, man. I'm gonna get to that question too, Mike. I see your question. True be told, said traded all the way down to 60, ended up with the 8 picks, 7 potential starters. Savion Jones at LSU with the 128th pick. Thoughts, my man? Thanks, True be told. Appreciate you, homie.
That's interesting.
I trade back too. I would consider doing it too. I ain't gonna hold you. I consider trading back.
You could trade back.
Yeah, just like we talked about like talent. But yeah, let's go some of your other picks. I feel like we stayed on that one. You also had I kind of like this dude. I like the film on him.
This is my man.
I like the film on him. Talk about him, Paul.
We made Jalen Reed, safety from Penn State. He's a rover safety. He could play in the box. He could play middle. He could play zone coverage, nickel. He is a dog. Let me just put it to you like this. He has a nose for the football, good instincts. You can see right here. Yeah, threw it to him, but you see right there, he can play that linebacker nickel position. He gets there. He has a great motor. He pursues well. He understands coverage. He knows how to read defense. Offense as well. He can diagnose plays quickly. The guy just threw it to him, but he was just right there. He didn't get out of position. I loved his film. I was like, golly, this kid can play. When he comes against the run support, he comes with the thunder. To only be 6 foot, and he comes with the thunder. He ran like a 4.49, so he got some speed to him. He pursues well. He's a great blitzing corner. Defensive back. He could come off the edge. Penn State use him a lot in blitzing.
Yeah.
And like you said right there, he just picked that ball off. He's playing in the middle of the field. Your boy Lake will love him. I know Lake gonna talk.
I know he will.
I gotta go with Lake on this one. This kid, man, he has.
Oh man.
I mean, he's like a command. He's like one of them. He is a Dan Quinn type player. He comes with the thunder on each and every play. I mean, he's like a more physical Quan Martin. You know, he blitzes like he plays bigger than his size. Let me put it like that. And then watching him, I saw him just play the center field. That's not, and to be honest with you, that's not his strong point.
Yeah,
he's better like closer to the line of scrimmage and pursuing the run, blitzing, making plays and open field tackles. Coverage is okay. He over pursues a lot. That's one of the things where I think his kind of stock dropped a little bit. He over pursues. He over pursues because he's overly aggressive. So like you run reverse on him, it might go to the house. But but he's not doing it to be shy. He's not scared. He just over pursues. He over pursues because he's so aggressive.
He's trying to make a play.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather have dudes who aren't scared to make plays than dudes who are. I like this film, bro. I watched him. I had to go. I watched him. I like this film. I like them because again, I think people don't talk about it, but I've said it. Like I think safety is a need on this team, because they just need another. I think they need a safety who has a knack for the football. And this kid has a knack for the football. You know what I'm saying? Like people love. I mean, like some people they love it. Some people like the kid from that they got from the Saints. They like obviously, and like the team likes Percy Butler, but those dudes aren't any different from what they've had in the past. They need a guy who can change the momentum of the game. Like I'm not saying you gotta be Ed Reed or whatever, but to have that knack for the football and the safety position, I think is huge for what this team is at. I think Quan Martin, I like what he has. I think that's stability, but then you need the other safety, whoever it could be, or maybe Quan takes his game to the next level. But they need a safety who can make a big play. Obviously, Quan made that big play against Detroit, that pick six. But still, they need consistency in terms of consistently making big plays and guys who can, like make that quarterback scared of you. Make that quarterback scared of that back end and know that, all right, he over there. There's a chance he can pick this off. Like you want that fear,
right? And the thing is, one other thing about Reed is that you see his production. Second team Big Ten. He had like like 3 pass breakups, 1 interception return for a touchdown, another 2 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles. I'm like I was reading that off the top of my head because I was looking at his film and I checking out his production. Like he's productive in the Big Ten, and he played against your boys Michigan.
I know you did.
He played against Ohio State. I mean, it's big time production against good offenses in that league.
Well, I do think you got to mention. We talk about the teams you just mentioned. Like, I love Michigan, but just like Ohio State, like the talent they have on the outside, and we don't talk about some of them dudes just in terms of like some of your top at 29, but Ohio State, like to go against that receiving core, knowing you had to see the phenomenal freshman, and you had this what's the name? Abuka,
Mecca.
Mecca Abuka, because the G is silent. He's Nigerian, I know that for a fact. Like he like when you gotta see those individuals, like nah man, like that you're tested. That's tested. That's what your point, Paul. Like you always talk about being tested, going against good competition. He's tested. You ain't gonna see anything better than that, man.
and look, you're right. He was tested and he produced.
Yeah.
He ain't scared to stick his nose in there. One of the film I was watching where he forced a fumble. Running back came through that hole while he ducked his head down, and the running back, I forgot the team he was playing with, was much bigger than him. He got his pads lower, knocked the ball right out. And I was like, see, he makes turnovers. I'm like, okay. You put him, and he's a special teams nightmare, man. He causes havoc on special teams.
All right, my man. All right, so we can read some of these comments. Todd said, what's your take on this for you, Paul? What's your take on Josh Simmons at 29? Is there a chance of him slipping? Do y'all like him besides Wole bias towards Buckeyes? Of course. Good job, Taj. Go ahead.
Josh Simmons the tackle?
I believe Josh Simmons. Is he? Yeah, no, I thought he was outside. You talking about the pass rusher? Hold on.
Pass rusher, Josh Simmons? I know Simmons won. Hold on.
Nah, I got it. He's right. I'm trying to think of.
I looked at so
lineman. It's the lineman. It's the lineman.
Yeah,
He's right.
yeah.
He's right.
I looked at so many people, man. Like, all right, it's a couple.
No, the lineman. The lineman.
He's coming over injury. No, I'm not.
I mean, at what tackle? The play tackle? I don't know, man. I don't like.
It's not Tunsil, and you can move Coleman to right tackle.
We'll see.
I like the idea, but the thing is, that's just being redundant. Sorry, because
go ahead.
I would just take the pass rusher. I think it's a good point, though. I mean, you can't go wrong, but I think you get more value with Princely at 29 than another tackle.
Yeah, it depends. If his grade. I'm a believer. If his grade is, I'm gonna say if they believe that his grade is high enough at 29, they believe he was high on their board, then you take him. Because again, you do what's best for Jayden. That's what's best. You're because I do believe that Brand. I mean, I do like I know Deluxe don't get on because Deluxe like keep him at having to play tackle. But I do believe that Brandon Coleman will be an all world
right
guard. I think he'll be an all world guard.
Okay, yeah.
I think he'll be an all world guard. I think he could be a good right tackle. But
I think he'll be an all pro tackle. He'll be all pro.
Okay, I mean, I ain't gonna argue. I'm not knocking it. I think he could be top tier guards though, like of them. You know what I'm saying? But I get it though. Like like I said this before. If Coleman works out perfect at tackle, then Washington is set. Period. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So, but I get you tired because again, if this dude if you rate him high, again, it's how Washington rates him. If Washington thinks he's better than Brandon Coleman at tackle, like right tackle, they say, oh, he's better. If they feel that at right tackle, then get him. Because you can move to Brandon Coleman. If you feel that way, if they feel that way, get him. If they don't feel that way, then no, you don't get him.
But and one thing I did was look at some of our games and our base like this, Todd. We got what we did in free agency also is that we brought in so many offensive linemen. I was like, good Lord, we signed half the free agent offensive linemen in the league. So I'm like, I got a pretty good idea where they're going in the draft. What 29 if they stay there, it's going to be a defense end. But if they pick Josh Simmons, I'm not going to be upset. I'm like, all right. Like Wally said, they value him high and the D end, and go ahead and do what follow your board.
Deluxe said Luke is really I think Luke is I'm not saying Luke. I think Luke is athletic. I ain't say he's not athletic, to be honest with you. So Luke is really athletic, but the only play wide receiver for 2 years. That's my problem. Can possibly take a jump from year 1 to 2. He's working on what they ask him to. That's my thing. Like in the NFL, like a project receiver isn't like it in the NFL to me. Like I think that like it's either you're gonna be him, like to work on it and then be that guy, like a true project. I don't think it's like that easy. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like you're right. The thing about it, he just turned out to be he just started playing wide receiver. He was a quarterback. You know what I mean? He just started playing wide receiver. So, like, for me to say Garrett, he's going to be good, it's hard for me to say that. I'm not going to lie to you. It's because of that, to be real with you. And you still have to, and it's not like your transition from quarterback to wide receiver. When you made that transition, you did it at the highest level in terms of the collegiate conference. Like, you play for Rice.
Yeah.
So and then when you played against some of the bigger schools in college football, your stats weren't really showing it. So for me, it's not a knock on it. I'm just saying, like, for me to come out and say, like, he gonna be this, he gonna be that, I'm not gonna tell you that. Like, I'm not gonna tell you he's gonna be a top tier slot. I don't look at him as that. I don't look at him that way. I don't. You still got to show me. You know what I'm saying? But do I think that he has potential? Yeah, he got potential. That's not. But a lot of people have potential on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like. They did. A lot of receivers, like everybody knocked, like to get drafted, you got potential. To get drafted in the 4th round, you got potential. To get drafted in the 3rd round, you got potential. But it's all about how you use it. You know what I'm saying? Like what we can always say he got open. We can say he got this, that, and the other. But what plays did he make last year other than like special teams plays for real? Like true plays.
I keep telling everybody when they get it, he was open. I'm saying he's the 4th option on a pass route.
Yeah, but I mean, if you could say like you can use that argument, but eventually there's a reason why he's not getting the ball.
Right.
Like I'm not being mean. I'm just being
I
real.
know
I'm
what you're
being
saying.
real. You know what I'm saying? Like
Jay know he wants to go to football.
yeah. So it's not. I ain't saying like he. I'm not saying he bad. I ain't saying none of that. I'm just saying like because I've warmed up to him. Like I like his toughness. I do. I like his toughness.
Right.
But also at the same time, like I'm not going to go ahead because I've done that. We've all done it with people that we favor. Like I think a fan base favors him. Mm-hmm. We all do that to people we favor. We give them the leeway. But sometimes, like all right, for instance, Paul, we talked about it before. Like I like Josh Dotson a lot. Sometimes you had to cut your losses, though, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. hey, let's be more recent. Remember last year when I told y'all the other Dotson?
Jahan? Oh yeah. Oh look, I like Jahan. Sometimes you gotta cut your losses, buddy.
What I tell y'all? I don't know if you remember what I tell you when he got the 34 snaps in preseason game. I was like, he out
of here. But I'm just saying, sometimes you just gotta cut your losses.
Yeah, you gotta cut your losses or trade your losses.
Oh, trade your losses. I'm just saying, like sometimes if you ain't with whatever regime, like whatever, you're not getting the work that you want to get, then something's in there. You know what I'm saying? He gonna work on it, but we'll see how it pan out.
Well, if they draft another receiver, you know what the work, the writing on the wall is to me.
Mm-hmm. What's going on? We got my man Paul got Princely from Ole Miss. That's what we got for going 29. He got Princely from Ole Miss. All right. So the Paul's last pick, the Washington's last pick for Paul. He has. I'm gonna let Paul talk about it. I'm not. Why am I talking like I'm about to make this pick? Hey, Paul, go ahead, break it down.
Connor Colby, right guard, Iowa. I like. Hey, he's a developmental guard. Like I told Wole before, I had his choice between a guard or a kicker in the 7th round. So I didn't like none of the kickers. So I was like, all right, let me just go ahead. Let me go ahead and get this guard from Iowa. That's all I gotta say. He's a guard from Iowa. That's it. He opened holes up for Caleb Johnson. That's all everybody need to know. But now, seriously.
Yeah, go ahead, though.
He's strong at the point of attack.
6'6",
good 40 time. So he got some little bit athletic to him. He's good in the phone booth, as they say. He, as the game go on, he gets tired, so his pad level raises up. So, when the better athletes can go right by him as the longer he plays. He needs to work on technique like any other young offensive guard. He just need to get a little bit stronger. He's a developmental guard, but for the 7th round, that's all you're looking for, really. So,
yeah, you're looking. I think that's the developmental type of When you that's the one when you talking about developmental player, that's the round to do it. Like not the 4th round, whatever. That's when they got McCaffrey or something like that. Like it's the that's like this this is the round of 7. That's when you want to mold somebody into something that you think that can be something. I like one. It's a good pedigree going to Iowa. We talked about like that physical offensive line. Typically, for kids who go to Iowa are physical. That offensive line has always been deemed physical.
Tight ends and offensive linemen in
Iowa. Use that. You're right. Facts. And if you watch that kid in them plays, he finishes plays. You know what I'm saying? So I do think that like if you can get somebody like him after watching some of his clips, you can get somebody like him. I'm a fan of that. I like that. I like that. I kind of went back and watched him, especially that's the game. If you look at the film on that one, that's against Ohio State. Ohio State has obviously one of the most talented defenses of all of college football last year because they got the best team money can buy. And that's my hate talking. That is my Michigan hate talking. The best team money can buy. So I definitely think. Mike said Kinlaw is going to be a surprise to all his doubters. We'll see, man. I've said this about Kinlaw. He local, so y'all know I always support the locals. But like he has underachieved in his NFL career so far.
Kinlaw got high substitute money. He got to play.
Yeah, so he got to play. I'm just saying he got starter money.
He got starter money almost. Yeah, he got that.
I know he got starter money. That's starter money.
That's starter money. Okay.
That's starter money. That ain't no bench player money. That's a commitment.
I thought it was like a high bench player market. That was the market for that type of.
Nah, that boy got some money. He got money. It ain't no. He got money. Like it ain't no two. He got money. I believe it was like. What do you get? Like no, he got money. He got money. That's a starter.
I think he got like 18 mil per year. Something.
Yeah, that's starting money, man. I'm sorry, like not the rotation. That's not a rotation. That's a starter.
Yeah, that's Adams' boy right there. So
yeah, so we'll see. I hope he does play well, man. I always root for the locals, man. So I hope he does play well.
Well, like real quick,
go ahead, bro.
You know what an interesting position? You know, you talk about we need the safeties.
Yeah.
Do you know when I did a little research? You know, one of safeties, one of the positions where you can get starters between rounds 1 through 6.
Yeah, because that's how we got Cam Curl.
Cam Curl, yeah. And I went back somewhere. A lot of good safeties who got picked in later rounds.
I think was it Jeremy Chin was a third rounder, I think, or something like that. He wasn't. I don't think it was a first round. I think it was a third, maybe third or second round. Yeah. I feel like because it gets under. It's not as valued in terms of scout. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think you need to. If you think of art, real talk, you would think if you watch Ed Reed in college, like he would be a top 5 pick.
Right.
He was like a late first rounder.
You
get what I'm saying? Because because the same thing he did in the league, he did in college. The same exact thing.
No different.
No difference. The same exact thing. We're talking about arguably the best safety ever played the game. Arguably. Did the same exact thing. The same exact thing.
Yeah, I thought about
You know what
that.
I mean? Hey. So to your point, it's not valued like that. Like it's not a value. Yeah,
it's not a high value, but you get great value, a good player at a later pick.
Yeah, exactly. So like you look at it, like safeties typically, like come to mind, like the top safeties I felt like was draft. Like obviously Sean Taylor's an exemption. They're exemptions to the rule, right? Earl Thomas was an exemption because he was like Huff went to the Raiders, but he ain't pan out. But he was like supposed to be like that. So it's like a few, but typically to your point, yeah, they don't shoot. The Niners had the dude that I was trying to get from the Niners, the Samoan dude, was Hawaii Samoan.
Oh, I know you talking. His name slipped me right now.
Yeah, he was he's highly he didn't. I think he was a late round pick too, and he had a Pro Bowl year one year. Like I'm thinking second or first year had a Pro Bowl year.
Thought that was interesting.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. That's what I'm saying. Like, I see why. Like, for instance, I see why they want to groom Percy Butler because again, that's like similar to what you're talking about. Yeah, but I ain't. Nah, because I feel like there still got to be instincts. Like, you got to still play with instinct. Like, that's what I think. That's the most important thing with safeties is instinct. And if you don't have instinct, then you can't play the position. Yeah, that's just what it is. That's just what it is.
And that's why I had Jalen Reed at 6, pick him on the 6th round. But like I told you before, some people got him going 4, some people go 4 through 5 through 6. I'm like, kid is talented, he's productive, but I said, well, we can get him at 6, and if he's there, you pick him up.
Yeah, so that's my thought process with it. It's like if you I do like his instincts. I like his instincts. You know, so you gotta at least play with it, like, and you play at a high level too, man. Like that's top D. That's top D1. That's top college football, man. That's top level college football. So I'm just saying, like, I like that rather than saying like somebody was. If you dominate your conference, and I don't have an issue. You gotta dominate, but you just can't be so-so. You gotta dominate your conference,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Then I know, and then when you play the big boys, then you gotta show out. I ain't say you gotta go all world, but you gotta show out.
Exactly.
What did my man? I think Deluxe says. Deluxe says, does a third rounder need to be him or a solid contributor on offense and special teams? That's a good question. A third rounder, that's pretty high. I always feel like third rounder has to be like a really good player. I think a third rounder to me is quasi a starter. You would always want to get him though. Like I always would draft to get him. So that's just me though. But I think it got to be a solid contributor. I know. Are you trying to say was McCaffrey a third rounder or something?
Yeah, he's a third rounder.
He's a third rounder? They tried him in the third round. They really reached from that dude. Good God. Was he a third rounder?
He's a third rounder.
He wasn't a fourth?
I don't think we had a fourth last year.
God.
He might have been fourth. I think he was third round.
No, I believe I'm Googling him.
See what he was. I think it was a third
rounder. Oh, he was a third rounder. Jeez. Third rounder. And wow, that was a reach. I'm sorry. I'm not to be dirty. That was a reach. I'm sorry.
And to my point with was that Deluxe?
Yeah, I love Deluxe, man. Deluxe, my guy. I love Deluxe.
To your point though, and Wole, you said it best. A third rounder can be him, but you have to develop into him. Yeah. Terry McLaurin was a third rounder.
True. But off the rip though, he was him.
Terry developed. Well, yeah, but Terry.
As a rookie, he was putting up numbers. I'm saying as a rookie, he was putting up vicious numbers.
He was putting numbers. Because Terry had that raw. He just had raw athleticism.
Yeah, true.
But Terry got better once he did. The more he played,
of course,
he got better. So yeah, third rounders to me are potential starters.
Yeah.
And like Wole said, I come think about it now. Yeah, that McCaffrey was a reach.
I
thought he was going to be the starting slot receiver. And I'm like, okay, well, he didn't get no time. I'm like, all right, well, yeah.
I told you know what? I don't want to be. See, y'all make me sound like I'm a hater. I ain't going to do it. He says free safety is found higher in drafts. Yes, strong safety is found early. Yeah, I agree. Everywhere, agreed. Yeah. I agree. All right, let's see. Let's get to. All right, so. All right. Tell me why you didn't pick a kicker, man. I wanted a kicker in the 7th round. Why you pick a kicker in the 7th round, dog?
Because none of the kickers had no leg power.
I would have took Ryan Fitzgerald out of Florida State. I think I would have definitely did that one. That one I would have did.
Yeah, I'd have took him, but man, I was like, all right, hold on. I saw most other kickers were accurate, but then I was like, nah, they when I saw the leg power, I was like, man, these guys can't kick past 55 yards. All right.
Well, I think Fitzgerald can though. He can.
Yeah, Fitzgerald can. But think about it. The way they move the ball to the 35-yard line now. Think about a 2-minute situation. You got less than a minute left. You just need to move the ball 20, 30 yards to get in the field goal range. So
you know what? Yeah.
I'm more on leg power now. Late in games, like games now are winnable with a minute left or less than a minute.
That's true. So you're looking for like a 60.
Just need somebody
type leg.
60 to 55 yarder who can hit it.
I think what's name can get it. I think pause. That ain't sound right. Jeez, that's wild. Yeah. That's reckless.
Say now, I'm a guess.
That's okay, man. It's reckless. That was reckless.
I'm behaving right now.
No. That was reckless. I'm sorry. That was reckless. I apologize, folks tuning in. That was reckless. But I think see now I gotta think of how I say things. Hey, I think Ryan Fitzgerald is like, I know everyone likes the kid from Miami, right? Yeah. I think he's rated the number 1 kicker in this draft. I like Fitzgerald more though. I think he would be a guy that, for us, I think it's a good. I mean, if anything, to compete with Gonzo, if anything,
yeah,
if anything. And I think you don't commit to and I don't see them. I don't see kicker. I don't see him because I don't think he's all. To your point, Paul, he's not like the special kicker. You know what I'm saying? Like there's, every kick, like there's a draft where like like Mooney from Michigan was deemed the special kicker. He didn't pan out, but he was deemed the special kicker, right?
Right.
You don't have to. You can. I mean, there's nobody in this draft, so either you can do an undrafted free agent, which I think Deluxe was talking about. Tucker was undrafted. Buckner drafted in the 7th round and then cut. Don't need to draft one. Like he's right. He right.
Yeah. You can get a kicker from the UFL.
That too. That's definitely an option. That's definitely an option.
That's why I'm like, I didn't go kick. I'm sorry I missed the show last week when y'all talked about the kickers. I was doing something, but
it's all good, man. I was going hand with kickers because my man Deluxe trying to carry me. I see you, Deluxe.
The kicker. Wow.
Oh man. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay, Deluxe. I'm gonna get you to get a kicker. I'm gonna get you to fall in love with one of these kickers so you can draft.
No, Deluxe, keep hammering Deluxe. We don't need no kicker, man. We all right.
Hey, all right, man. Paul, we about to go to Paul's top picks with the 20 at 29. Like, who would he get? Like, who are some of his top ones for the 29? You know what I mean? So we're gonna go there.
Now, this is different than my mock. This is how I feel personally about.
Personally, this is what he thinks personally, though. This is what my man feels personally. So this ain't the mock. This is personal. This is like this real Paul. Basically, Paul's telling you this is real me. I was getting y'all to bullshit me. This is the real me.
You was getting the GM version.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're getting the real me. All right, here you go. This Paul. Princely is still Paul's number 1, right? Travion Henderson. You got Ibuka for Ohio State.
Yeah.
You got Malachi Stark.
Yeah.
Georgia. He nice. And then you got my Azaruku. Yeah, Azaruku from Boston.
Yeah,
I love that. That's my favorite though. He's my favorite. That's a whole different beast. All right, so all right, Paul, we're gonna start with because we already did Princely, right?
Yeah, we did Princely.
So we're gonna start with let me go back. We're gonna start with who we're gonna start with? We're gonna start with
Travion.
We're gonna start with Travion, baby. This is my favorite. My actual favorite.
Go
ahead,
people know okay, this one play right here, this guy's Travion.
It says enough.
This
says enough.
This when I talk about home run hitters. This is crazy.
This is crazy. See, look. Know what's difference between him and Sampson? Nobody walks this dude. Nobody walks this dude. Like nobody walks. Look at this. Look, Oregon. Nobody walks him. Look at dude. Oregon got fast dudes too, dog. Oregon got fast dudes.
So,
bruh.
This what I'm talking about. Remember, I called Sampson a triple hitter?
Yeah, this is
home run.
Home run.
This is home run hitter.
This is man.
This is what I'm talking about.
This is wild speed. Look at this joint, bro. Look at this.
Boom, balled it up, cut back, gone.
Look at that gear. He hits a gear, man. Oh my god.
That's why.
Oh my god, man.
Watch his block.
God.
Now this is why I got into it. This is why I got into it. Let me tell you why I got into doing this on my own.
Good, bro.
People gonna have, and this is why y'all got on me. I want him at 29. I know I had Princeton as my number one.
Yeah.
They got him. He's rated a little bit higher, but I understand they're still gonna devalue running back.
Of course.
This kid, home run hitter. He can pass. He's the best pass pro.
Pass block,
in the draft.
Yeah.
Best in the draft. He gets on. He's strong.
You say with it too.
Home run hitter. Just imagine him and Jaden in the back.
That's what I'm saying. That's what now I'm like. I kind of see I go back and forth. I'm trying to like take my bias out of it. Right. I really do. I've tried to take my bias out of it. But then I keep going back and like I'll be like, can you imagine him and Jaden together? That's I keep saying it to myself. Like, can you really imagine him and Jaden together? And it's to a point where, like obviously some people like they have issues with B-Rob, but I think that because Travion came from a situation where he had to share carries, like you can still utilize B-Rob just like we see it in Detroit with Montgomery and Gibbs, and you could have that situation. Like you get a change of pace. You got the thumper, and now you got a dude who can do. I mean, Travion ain't a small dude, but you got a dude in Travion who can do both. I just think that joint, man, bro, like that thing is.
I got a different angle on that.
Yeah,
I would trade B-Rob. I need picks.
So who would you pair with Travion?
You can put Travion with Rodriguez and
Rodriguez. Okay, that's fair.
I mean,
but I'm gonna tell you about. I'm gonna be real with y'all about the trade picks for B-Rob. You ain't getting that much, dog.
No, but that. But I'm thinking ahead of making another trade. That's just a next to throw in pick, so I can make another trade.
What kind? But how much? What you think you won't get for B-Rob? For real. He's not a 1,000-yard runner. He ain't getting 1,000 yards.
Damn, a 6.
You might as well keep him, dog. Keep the bean. Like that's not.
I feel you.
That's not. And I feel everybody want to trade him. Like I get it. Like I understand. But if we talking about 1,000-yard runner, then the asking part a little bit. Maybe you could finagle it because we know that he can have value with a certain team. He could, but you still got to prove it. You got to prove it out there on the football field. So like in terms of stats, numbers, you know what I'm saying? Like anytime you're working with another GM, they're gonna say it. Like man, you tried. He ain't gonna get on 1,000 yards. He ain't finished the season.
Right.
So you might as well if that's the case, you might as well keep him and make him play with you. Maybe you can build his asking price up even more. You know what I'm saying? If you value him, if you think he's actually good. If you don't think he's good, then that's a whole different argument.
Yeah, one of the things about the running backs in our running back room, I got a surprise cut this year. I think Austin Eckler might get cut if we draft a running back. I think we get
Travion Henderson. We don't need Austin Eckler.
No, we don't.
No knock on Austin Eckler.
No, don't disrespect. It's just you got too many concussions.
Yeah, I don't think there's a need.
And we need a home run hitter.
Yeah, I agree with that. If you do.
Or a triple hitter.
yeah, triple hitter. I agree with that, though. I do agree with that, though. I think that if you get somebody like Henry, because again, it goes back to like you see Detroit with Gibbs and Montgomery. That's what I'm saying. That's a good. And then you add Jaden with that, bro. I'm telling you, man. Jaden had B-Rob getting extra holes initially. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the O-line got to get better too. You know what I'm saying? But Jaden had B-Rob getting better. You know what I'm saying? Because of his threat. What do you think that kid going to do with Jaden?
Here's the thing: that kid doesn't need excellent blocking either.
He don't need extra. He just needs this much. This much, dog. He just needs this much, dog. That's the thing. Yes. Todd said, yeah, no one going to trade for an average running back with injury histories when this draft. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Facts. You're right.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just thinking of one move ahead. I'm trying to get another pick.
I know. I feel you. I'm just saying, like, you gotta. If he had like a couple of 1,000 yards, then it would be different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He ain't even cracked 1,000. So I'm like, and I like B-Rob. And I'm just not throwing shit because I actually do like B-Rob. But I'm a realist too. I think B-Rob got way more potential than what folks think. You know what I'm saying? Like what Deluxe says right here. He said the team is better when B-Rob is doing this thing. I agree. Oh, sorry. Where it go? The team is better when B-Rob is doing this thing. I do believe that. But I do think that at the same time, like, you still got to show it. You know what I'm saying? Right. You got to show it at certain times. I think that last stint of the season after that Eagles game when he fumbled, and then, you know what I'm saying, I think it played with him mentally. So I don't think he's been the same like B-Rob after that portion. The Eagles game at home, the one we won, when he fumbled a bunch of times. So, but I think B-Rob, I do think B-Rob with an explosive running back is good for B-Rob.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think B-Rob by himself being the primary dude.
Exactly.
Like, I think a situation like Detroit would be good for B-Rob. Like Montgomery, like I would still lean on Henderson, but like B-Rob would still have his roles. Like B-Rob 15 carries, whatever, or 10 carries with Montgomery or with Henderson getting 15 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that works for him.
It's something that they didn't do with B-Rob this year, but he did last year. I know totally different offensive coordinator, but B-Rob was actually pretty good in the passing game.
He was really good in passing game. Really good in the passing game. I mean, what you talking about with what's his name? The enemy. He was really good in the passing game.
He made some plays in the passing game. So
yeah, I don't know.
That's what I'm like. All right, y'all just want to use him as a running back. All right, y'all got Eckler. That's cool, but I mean, I like that aspect of B-Rob's game. Actually, out of the backfield is pretty good. I mean, catching the ball is pretty good.
Yeah, he was actually fluent for a big dude catching the ball, which was different. Like usually guys just catch screen passes. He was actually fluent. To your point. Todd says, I don't know if Austin will get cut. Lynn Cliff and Dan Quinn trust Austin with pass protection skill, and in the passing game, they will keep him. I think Paul is saying that if they got somebody like Travion, then it kind of like you got a guy who can pass block in Travion. So if he got a Travion Henderson, I can see. I'm with Paul. I think if you got a Travion Henderson, I can see you saying, man, I got a similar back who got real breakaway speed. Like where Eckler is now, he ain't the same Eckler like when he was.
How old is Eckler? Excuse me, how old is Eckler? He's about 30, over 30?
Yeah, he's gotta be over 30. Unless I'm tripping. I think he's over 30. He's definitely over 30.
Yeah.
I'm not tripping.
One thing, everybody, I'm a Commander fan, and I'm one of the Commander fans that, you know, just everybody get a little background real quick. Yeah. I don't fall in love with players that much. So it's like
I'm wrong, bro. He's 29. Dang, he's still young too.
He's 29?
Dang, he look like he's
oh my God. I thought he's over 30.
Me too. I apologize.
My bad.
I apologize. Dang.
Wow.
29?
He got two.
I feel like he got mileage on for 29. He got mileage on it, man. All right, go ahead.
No, like I'm saying, so I don't fall in love with the player. So I was like, if I just look forward to improve each position each year. So I'm like, if this guy, a new kid, can help me, I understand. Everybody like Eckler, and that's cool. Eckler's a nice player, good back, but the concussion scared me, to be honest.
They do. That's what I'm saying, and that's a consistent thing. It's been like that even with the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? I know that's consistent. That's been his MO though. So I feel like that's got to be. If you look, I know y'all folks love Eckler, and I do too. I thought he was a great sign the way he started the season, but that concussion thing is real. Like that's always an issue with him.
Look at the games that we lost. He didn't play.
Yeah.
Steeler game.
Yeah.
The first Cowboy game. Certain games he didn't play in. We kind of needed him in those situations.
Yeah, I agree.
The first Philly game he didn't play. So that's what I'm saying. It's like you need a back, but you know, if anybody's expendable in their running back room, and what made me come to that conclusion, Taj, is that, and everybody else is that when they gave that contract to Rodriguez, that I forgot the.
Oh yeah, they got him good money.
They gave him a little money. I'm like,
because I thought they wanted to get rid of him the way they was treating that kid.
Right, I was like, man, well, who did he get mad after the Atlanta game? I thought he wouldn't say start me after he did the Jimmy Butler after the Falcon game. I thought he did a Jimmy Butler after the Falcon game. They start me. Y'all got him playing over me. Y'all crazy. I thought he did like that.
I mean, it felt like it, right?
Yeah, I thought he crashed out after that game. Didn't see him that one time. So, but
no, I'm with you. I feel like his situation is a little different, bro. Like he played hard. He deserved the spot to at least not be inactive, and they stayed inactivating that dude. All right.
Wait.
So your next player, man, your next on his top picks for 29 for the Commanders.
So
nah, we're going to safety, baby. We're going to Starks.
Oh, Malik Starks. My man.
Malachi. We got Malachi. Go ahead. Talk about it.
Malachi, he's a straight dog, man. He could play coverage, and you see here. He's on just right there like a glove. He could pursue to the ball. Him and Reed remind me of each other. Matter of fact, if Reed would have played at Georgia, he'd be a top 30 pick.
I can see that.
You see what I'm saying? Like physical skill wise.
Yeah.
I mean, watching right, he just plays. He's smart. Look at that. Boom. Yeah. See, Reed makes similar plays like that. See, that's why safety position is volatile, man. Malachi Starks is in the top 25, but Reed is not. All right.
I will tell you the difference. I'll tell you why I like Malachi over Reed.
Look at that. Look at his instincts. Boom. Good.
All right. So I'm gonna tell you why. Because you can see him when he was situated, like they move him around to a point where sometimes he's checking slot receivers.
Yeah.
That's different. That's why I was like, oh, that's different. Like you got him not just back in, you got me in the slot. Like you got old boy in the slot. That's like, all right. You're more than just like you got ball skills, you got coverage skills. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you saw how he broke in that ball, like that PB, like that pass breakup, right?
Yeah,
on the sideline, PBU, right? So I think he's got ability, like in terms of like the safety I'm referring to. Right, it has range and it could do multiple things, almost like Quan, right? Like how Quan was, like Quan, similar to Quan. The more flexibility, versatility. Like he don't just have to be on the back end. He can actually play. He can play in the slot. There's versatility with him.
Yeah, you're right about that. One thing I read when I was checking up on Reed. Reed has a little issue with coverage. He's not like
that.
Yeah, not like Starks, man. Not like Starks. Yeah,
but he got instinct, but again, he has instincts though. I think that's important though.
And that's what we talked about earlier, how you got this kid, they got the same almost physical abilities, just
agreed.
One can go 1, one go 6 through 1 through 4. So
yeah. Well, my man Deluxe said Eckler struggled when B-Rob was out and vice versa. Yeah, they did. They need each other. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. That's why I said
you need to run it back.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, for me, that's why I like Travion. I think Travion, you ain't having that issue. Nah, it's almost like, I ain't gonna lie, like when folks got mad when Jahmyr Gibbs, when they were still getting the ball to Montgomery, when Jahmyr Gibbs was out there against us. They're like, why are you getting the ball to Montgomery? Jahmyr Gibbs is killing Washington.
I thought Gibbs caught cramps.
That's the way they play. That's the way Ben Johnson was decided to coach that game.
Yeah.
And I tell you this, if he kept getting the ball to Jahmyr Gibbs, we were not going to win that game.
It might have been 55 on us that day.
Yeah, because the way he was doing us a big favor. All right, man. Let's go to Mecca now. Mecca.
My man, smooth, polished wide receiver. Just good separation. Can play the slot, can play the outside. I don't know what kind of offense Ohio State use him in. They usually made him in the slot. But he catches a lot of crossing routes, good explosion off the catch. I like this film that I did. I like this film better than Matthew Golden's film. I was kind of surprised.
You didn't like Matthew Golden? You didn't like his film?
Nah, I'm gonna tell you why I don't like Matthew Golden. Let me get through Mecca though.
Go ahead.
So they use him as a running back. Let's look at this. Just boom. Good catch radius. I mean, he just catches anything he throws his way. He can run routes good.
Mm-hmm.
He's explosive. See, and I'll tell you why I don't like Golden.
Okay.
Boom, watch
that.
this. Yeah. Look at this. See, boom. Now,
turn up.
Gone. You see my theme right here, all my picks, right? They all can go, like, gone.
Mm-hmm.
I want Jaden to do more doing less, if that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Look at this. Just outruns
everybody.
You know, his production was crazy. He had 10 touchdowns, over 1,000-yard receiver, and he's the third receiver, the best receiver on the team.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's a pro.
But ain't no surprise. I ain't gonna lie. They recruit some really good receivers.
Yeah.
They recruit some really good receivers.
Yeah, like, you know, we drafted one of theirs. He was a 3rd-round pick.
Yeah, like regardless of what you think, like they draft.
This the play right here. Hold up. Is one he caught. I want you got it. But my favorite play was here. Come right here. This is my favorite play. Big down crossing route. House.
Yeah.
See the yak.
Yeah.
That's why I like this kid. If he was at 29, we pick him, I would not be mad.
Yeah, he my man. What's going on, Bryce? That's my guy Bryce, who had like best available. Bryce, I told folks on the show already that you changed my mind. Bryce is the one that had me thinking best available. Ain't no defense to me anymore. I'm going best available. Bryce, don't sleep on the trade up if someone like McMillan drops. Yeah. Is that the receiver?
That's receiver from Arizona.
Arizona, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people like him.
Everybody like him.
Everybody like him.
I don't, because when I saw Arizona, I watched all the, you know, mostly the Pac-12 and what are they now, the Big 12. Yeah. I watched this game. Like, I must cut him on every game I watched. He had a bad day or something because, well, he went against Travis Hunter, and you know
that's different, bro, man. That's different. And again, it's like quarterback play too. Like even when you gotta be good, you gotta be great to give him the ball, man. Like, I've been hearing about him for a minute though. I haven't really.
Yeah, big as he is, though, he don't get that greater separation. I'm not gonna say he doesn't get any separation, but he doesn't get that.
What do you run the 40?
4.53, something like that.
4.5.
Yeah, for his height, that's good, but
that's good. I know we need a tall. Everybody knows we need a tall receiver. I mean, that's always been a thing. But also, I'm like this. Depending on your skill set, if you work to get it, you know what I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say. I like speed too. Like you, Paul, always like speed, but also like I also gotta look. I'm like, look at they need something different from what they have. That's the truth.
Yeah, you're right.
They need something different from what they have. They got physical now, which they haven't had in the past, like a real physical receiver. Like Terry, for his size, has always been physical, even for his build. But just having Debo, like that's a different type of physicality now. So, which is cool. So yeah, I mean, again, if he slips to 29, you said trade up. I don't know if they're going to trade up for the receiver though.
No, I didn't say trade.
I think they trade. I think Bryce. I think they trade back before they trade up.
The kid from Arizona not worth trading up for.
You don't think so? Okay.
He's not Drake London. He's not Drake London.
Yeah.
I'm not going to trade up for him. I mean, I watched him like you know how you watch somebody, you expect them to dominate.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's other factors like what they call for him or their quarterback play. So he could be dominating the draft, but
he could. I'm just saying, for me, like personally, like I think they draft. I don't think there's a receiver. I don't think there's a receiver worth me trading up for.
Oh, I'll trade for Travis.
I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I don't call him a receiver. I call him. Yeah, I don't even call him a receiver.
Funny thing, real quick on Travis. You know,
he's the best player in the draft. He's the
best player. He's rated the best receiver and the best corner.
He's the best player in the draft by far, and he's not gonna go number one. It's freaking crazy.
Yeah, that's the NFL for you.
I know, the best player by far in the draft. It's him and dude from Penn State, the best two players in the draft.
Yeah, they going 3-4.
Yeah, by far. It's not even close. It's like no knock on Cam. Like I think Cam Ward's okay. I think he's solid. He's okay. But he's not. I don't even think. I'm not. He ain't generational.
No.
What? But
he ain't better than what we got.
Yeah, exactly. He ain't generational, but like I'm gonna be real. What we got, arguably real. Like we talking about from college to the pros, not because we like it's revisionist history though, right? Like obviously, like what he did in the league, so whatever. Folks ain't taking nothing over Travis Hunter in life.
Nah, not in life, no.
In life, like I mean, real. Like in any over the last some odd drafts, he's probably the best prospect we've seen in a long time.
So to be number one in two positions,
and you know what makes you so thorough. Like I'm gonna say, just as him as a cornerback, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like as a cornerback, the way he dissects routes, and obviously because he can play receiver too. Like that crap is uncanny.
Yeah, that makes it fair.
And he jumps on because remember the question you asked Lee about dudes not jumping on. You asked this question like jumping routes. Like he jumps routes.
Oh yeah, he jumps
routes. He jumps routes. Like he is uber aggressive at it too.
He jumps routes when he's in the zone. See, Travis on the people.
Yeah, in a zone. There you go.
He's a heck of a zone corner.
Yeah.
You put Travis in zone, he's more dangerous than he is in man-to-man.
Agreed.
He can jump. He'll look and he can see. He'll jump it out.
Agreed. Totally agree, buddy. Totally agree. Really tall receivers are overrated unless they are like a Megatron tight end position utilized for height nowadays. I'm not gonna argue that. That makes sense.
I'm not gonna argue that either. That's actually a good point.
I don't like tall receivers aren't. It depends. Like, you gotta be special. You gotta be special, man. You gotta be special. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you gotta be special.
To me, I got a new definition of my tall receiver. I don't want you to be tall and like normal average speed. You have to be tall in the blazer. You gotta be like 4'3". A big dude can run.
You gotta be different. You gotta be different. You gotta be different. You gotta be different. I mean, I'm a big believer. Like, I'm just a big believer. Like one domination. I do believe in like production. Right. I do. I'm a believer in that. So I ain't gonna knock because he like McMillan from Arizona because he has been talked about for a while. So there is something about that, like right.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think the talent is there. I don't think he ain't. I think he's good, but also it depends on the system you go to too. You know what I'm saying? Like I think Washington system is a little different because I do to Deluxe's point. That position for Washington, how they utilize their offense is more dictated for the tight end.
Mm-hmm.
So I do believe that like that taller, that's more for the tight end. But I think that Washington, because of Cliff Kingsbury's offense, is more predicated on speed.
Speed, I feel like that's
more like speed and space. So I kind of think that's the route they go with. You know what I'm saying? So I seen Travis Hunter play high school. He should be the number one pick. I know he should. Yeah, that's a fact.
The NFL is crazy with this. How they do the quarterback machine. Some are justified for their hype. Some are not.
Some are. I'm telling you, but that boy mean that boy mean. I'm sorry, that boy. He's something special. All right. All right, my man, Azaruki. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. This is one of my favorites.
Off rip, he could just
look at this. Look at this dude, man. He's at 16 and a half sacks, man. Come on.
I remember I told you about this. I like 16 and a half with ease. Got his ball get off is crazy.
It's crazy.
Look at this. He's only 6'2". I thought he was bigger. Look at him play. Look,
man.
This is what I do. I don't look at your measurables until after I watch your film. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when they say he's 6'2", I'm like, you're crazy. I was like, good, this guy's motor. He has a terrific motor, doesn't stop. Pursuit. I kind of wish they put him at linebacker, to be honest with you, but that's just me.
Look at this. Ezeraku is like that, bro.
He is like that.
Ezeraku is so like that.
Let me put you like this. If he was 2 inches tall, I'd take him over Princely, but he's not, so that's just me.
I don't see...
Yeah, because the reason why you're looking at his college film, Wally, but you gotta understand, like his arms are not as long as Princely. So when he get them real NFL left tackles, like the one we just signed,
yeah,
they're gonna put him in the wash. They just gonna engulf him.
Well, I mean,
but the rest of them crazy. I'm just saying, like
when
he goes to his top left tackle,
yeah, they're gonna be an issue. But I would say this, like it ain't like all right, just because all right, this is the thing. I know what you're saying. You're right though. I get the measurables do play. They do. But like sometimes when you just like you're better at the skill set than others. Like he relentless too, bro. Like something about being relentless is different. He is relentless.
That's why he's my top 5. I like him. At first I had him number 1 until I started looking at more people. I was like,
I got you. No, I understand. And he stand up too. God.
Look at that, stand up. See, that's what I'm saying. I would have him like if he played for the Steelers, he'd be an all-pro. Because having him standing up, he'll crush.
I think like for him here would be it's all about like coaching. I think that's a whole different talking point. You know, everybody know me. I ain't the biggest Joe Witt believer. But
had that discussion before.
Yeah, so It's all about how you utilize it. That's where I was like, it go back to, and my man Bryce, who was on here, we had this discussion yesterday. I was like, it just depends on like how your DC going to utilize these players regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever, that's what I'm saying. Like whoever you bring in, are they going to make your defense that much better with Joe Witt as the defensive coordinator? Like that's all, and I'm not being mean. I'm just saying, like, is it gonna be a game changing situation? Like, are we gonna make a big jump and be a top 10 defense with adding an edge rusher with the work? Like, I would now, if you told me that free agency, this team went ham and signed all these talented dudes, then I would agree with, and then you add in this draft pick, then I would be like, yeah, we about to change some things up. But you arguably didn't get better on the defense side of football. Like, arguably, you can make the argument and say you didn't get better.
So
we can hope.
Yeah, but now you're looking for talent.
Yeah, you can hope and say we got better. Like, you could say Kinlaw, whatever. But if you want to keep it a bean, like, we lost an all-pro in Jonathan Allen, and we're replacing him with Kinlaw. You can hope this and say, because Kinlaw is a different type of tackle, because you hope space eater, that he's going to be a better fit. But if player for player, if you want Madden and you look at the ratings, player for player,
right?
Allen's the better player, right?
Hands down,
right? All right. So player for player, if you go Madden football rating wise, Jeremy Chin is better rated than the dude they signed from the what's the name?
From the Saints.
Saints.
Harris,
right?
yeah.
Or you can make I'm not saying that now they may be a better fit,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, player for player. So there's an argument to be said that this defense ain't get better. So for us to say we want to draft a rookie and this rookie's going to change everything now, come on, man. like, that's why I'm with my man. Like, again, Bryce, he said it, like, get best available. If it is a defensive player, it's a defensive player. But like, getting it Azaraku getting him, Azaraku getting him, would that make us a dominant defense? No. So we get him? What are we really doing? If we get a offensive play, we could try to outscore you, because we know with 5, that's a possibility. That's a possibility. We can outscore you. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, as much as I like Azaraku, I do acknowledge that maybe we may be better off going running back or going wide receiver. Maybe.
Let me ask you this question now, since you changed to the dark side.
I've changed. I'm almost really there. Like
if the pass rushers we talk about, Princely and Donovan, were there, but they took Travion Henderson, would you be upset?
Hell no. I want Travion. I ain't gonna lie, Travion Henderson, what I really want. I'm just being real nice by mentioning everybody else. I'm being PC by mentioning everybody else. That's who I really. If you telling me who I want, man, give me Travion. I'm good. If you told me Travion was drafted 29, my draft is done. Yeah. That's how thorough I think. That's how much I think it's a perfect fit. They get Travion Henderson, my draft is done. I don't think I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. I'm like, we won. Like, we're good. Yeah, Eagles got to see this now. Eagles got to see this. I don't care what your big boys. You got to see this.
Yeah, but when we had this discussion before, I tried to tell y'all in the chat, and this is what I meant by it. We taking the Kansas City. Remember I said that we were taking the Kansas City type of trajectory?
Yeah.
Well, Kansas City just gave Pat his first couple of years.
Yeah.
Offensive weapons. Yeah. They started building their defense up slowly but surely throughout his year.
Through the draft, too.
Yeah, through the draft. So they got more defensive in the draft as the years went on. But, you know, Andy Reid's like, hey, why don't we just stick with our strength and get him more players right now?
Facts.
No. And then the defense, we just get moderate pieces in the defense here and there. We'll draft a McDuffie. You know what I'm saying? We'll draft the other kids they got in the back in the secondary.
No,
that's my philosophy, but
No, I'm look, man. Look, I've come over. You know what I'm saying? I've come over. I've come over. Now, like, we got an edge rusher. I ain't mad. Like, I look like to me, the writing's on the wall. I'm gonna be real. The writing's on the wall to me that we're gonna get an edge rusher. I feel like you did nothing,
right,
to not take care of that. You let Fowler go. Like, everybody's talking about like Baptiste stepping up. That's a 7th rounder. And I like Baptiste. I like some of the stuff he showed when he got to play. Right. But you still need like a traditional, like real speed edge rusher, right? So and he's bringing Farrell back, and he wasn't like productive as the season went on. So like, like at the end of the day, like you still need to bring. You need a guy to really go after the quarterback, and you didn't really tackle that. So if you didn't tackle it, let us think, okay, you must be waiting on the draft. Like you're trying to tackle this in the draft. Now, maybe they feel like, because truth be told, all right, I'm gonna use this argument. Truth be told, they could draft Travion at 29 and get like the kids from I said Ohio State. Like I said, Ohio State had some good. They got 2 good ones, and they're supposed to be in the 2nd round. You could get an edge. You could get one from one of them boys from Ohio State.
Oh, Wale, you just gave me some more homework to do.
You could get one on. You could.
Yeah, you could.
You know what I'm saying? So, and we saw how they dominated the run to win a national championship. You could get one of them. So I'm just saying, like that is out there. Like that is out there. There is an option. Like if you want to finagle it. Because again, we just talked about it. Like there isn't a big difference in edge rushers after a certain amount of certain folks. There's not a big difference.
Okay, let me put this. What would you say the difference stops at? After the Penn State kid?
After Penn State kid. Penn State, I think Penn State is the only dominant, like to me, true dude. I think everybody else is, Pierce is okay, he's good. But Mike is Pierce way better than Mike Green? Or is Mike Green way better than Pierce?
No. That's what
Ohio State dudes were dominating. Are they that much better than the kids from the 2 dudes in Ohio State? Did everybody are they that much better than them? I don't know. I don't think so.
And that's why everybody's saying.
And they're rated, and they're supposed to be all mocks. They're 2nd rounders. They're not even 1st rounders.
Very volatile draft when it comes to the defensive players. It just goes up and down. But me personally, I'm like this. You take Travion, and I like your train of thought. Go back and get a pass rusher. Now the pass rusher you get in the 2nd round, he could develop and be a superstar.
He could be a starter. He'll be a starter.
He'll be a starter.
Yeah. And if you banking on, and if you think that, and it's the thing, if you think that Jerzon is gonna be special, and hopefully Deron Payne has some type of motivation, they shouldn't have to work that much.
No, they should.
As an edge rush, they shouldn't have to, because they're going to still get those dudes that like the rookie edge rusher is going to get is not going to get doubled.
No, it's not.
The interior will get doubled. So if Jerzon is going to be Jerzon, like I expect Jerzon to be really good this year.
Right.
And I'm one of the very few who I like Allen and Payne, but I do think that they haven't been. I think Payne has kind of been slacking for real. I think if Payne plays his ability, because we know Payne has it, like we've seen it.
We've seen it.
It's just gotta be. He gotta play with some more. He gotta be motivated for real. Like I don't know what. Like you pay for that money, and I don't know where the rest of it went. But if he plays
bag,
if he play for that spark, because I feel like he on that same Jonathan Allen trajectory right now. Like he can be gone soon. So there's got to be a sense of desperateness. They got to play with a sense of desperateness. I wouldn't be surprised if he played this draft.
You got to play with that sense of urgency. He got to play next year for a sense of urgency, to keep on the team. I
wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised he get traded in the draft. I wouldn't be surprised.
He's a piece.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
But like I was saying before, like that 29 pick, like you said, is a high 2nd round earlier. It's a high 2nd round.
That's why it's not bad to get him, because it's high 2nd round. And if you think you can't get him back on the flip side, and you think he's perfect for Jayden, why not? Because I feel like I like the dudes you had, like Dylan Sampson. I like him, but it ain't what I want. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like Gibson. It's like Gibson, like that type of speed. Not saying like it's that type of speed. It's like it's fast. It's triple fast. It is. But that joint get walked. That don't get walked though.
He got caught.
He get caught. Like I don't need to get caught. Like I don't
think about that, man. I was looking like, oh, this good. All right, good pick, man. I kept looking like, oh, he got caught.
No, I was watching it too when you sent it to me, and I was like, oh, he fast. I was reading, he fast, and then I kept watching. Oh no, he get caught.
He got caught.
Now you too fast. You too fast. You getting caught.
dude was. The thing is, I like, he was my pick for a mock, but dude was 10 yards behind him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right. Travion did not get walked down.
So he'll never get, and like I said, like he ain't never get walked. And like the test one, when he played, the championship game was against was it Notre Dame, right?
I think it's Notre Dame. Yeah.
Notre Dame. They played Texas too, right?
Yeah, they played Texas semifinal.
Texas got number speed. They got number speed, bro. Texas got number speed. They ain't catch him.
When nobody in the picture, you know what?
Nobody in the picture, bro.
That's what I call Travion. When he run, ain't nobody in the picture with him.
Never. Know what? Y'all need to see it again because I feel like I'm doing disservice. Look at this. Look at this. Like, I don't know how no Washington fan wouldn't want this on their team. Look at this. Boom. I'm going. Bye. Look how fast look how fast that kid is. He's not even close. Not even
15 yards. He's 15 yards.
Not even close. Look, dog. Man, if I just all you had to do is see that, and you can't say him and Jade ain't magic. Him and Jaden are magic together, bro. That's magic.
Hey, like I said, but on a real philosophy side of it though, is that offensively we can't. The way we play, we had to go 13 play drives, 10 play drives.
Do too much.
You're gonna turn the ball over eventually.
I'm gonna tell you my point. Deluxe, how many 40, 50-yard runs really happen in the NFL? Barkley excluded behind Philly's line. I'm telling you, with Jaden, the threat of Jaden running will give you that with Henderson. Yeah. Because you run it, you worried about Jaden on that read option. No, like you're not worried about B-Rob had some big runs and got walked. Them joints ain't big. With Travion, he gone. He ain't get walked.
Key point is those 15 yards that Robinson had.
Yeah, they're 50. That's 50. They are 50. Those are 50. They legit 50. And and Deluxe, I like B-Rob. I appreciate his little 15-yard runs. I appreciate him because there's some physicality that comes with his runs. So I appreciate it. But I'm telling you, Travion with them runs with Jaden, man, nah.
15 is 50. 50, yeah. 20 is a touchdown.
20 a touchdown. Like whatever you think, the runs you thought Austin Eckler and them were getting, when they look good, it's a touchdown with Travion.
Touchdown.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling everybody.
Agree with you, but think some of the narrative around breakaway runs is overstated. I'm just saying, I'm just saying he ain't got every. I'm not saying every run is gonna be a breakaway run. I'm not saying that, but just all right, like I do agree with you with Deluxe. I know you're going with it, and I agree with you. This element, just like the reason why Gibbs is as good as he is because that Detroit offensive line is so good. So it matches with that speed, right? Like the O-line is good and Gibbs is like dynamically fast, right? He has that type of speed where he don't get walked. I think obviously you'd want Washington's O-line to be a little better. That's the truth. I feel you, Deluxe. You want to be a little better. But I do think to what me and Paul talking about, he don't gotta be that O-line don't gotta be that perfect though. No, he running the ball. He don't gotta be that perfect.
Another angle to it, Deluxe. Think of this way.
I agree with you. I got you. No, I agree with you, Deluxe.
No, this is what I'm talking about. I'm gonna go a little schematic here as far as strategy wise. Say we had Travion, we draft Henderson or whatever, right?
Yeah.
He breaks over a couple of runs. Then they're gonna start creeping up. So Terry gonna have a field day where they're gonna put 10 in the box or make sure to stop our run. It works with each other. You know what I'm saying? They're running. If we had a running game, Terry probably kill him. Every receiver will be wide open.
Yeah, I agree. But I'll say this to Deluxe, you say this, but none of these dudes, to your point, great weapons. I agree with you, but none of these dudes had the dynamic runner of Jaden Daniels. Like Detroit got Jared Goff. The Eagles got Jalen Hurts, but he don't run like Jay. This is different levels of running. He ain't no Jaden runner. So I just feel like you pairing them together makes it a problem. Like pairing Jaden and Henderson makes that unit way more dynamic. It's just different.
It's like it would be like
you see with Lamar and Derek. I real talk. Lamar and Derrick Henry is a problem. It's like as good as like Derrick Henry is great by himself, but Lamar makes it easier for Derrick Henry. He makes it easier. And that O-line, I would make the argument that O-line is solid. Their O-line is solid, but it ain't Detroit or Philadelphia good. It ain't like on that level. They O-line solid, but it ain't one like them.
Here's the scary thing about it, though.
Uh-huh.
Jade's a better passer than Hurts and Lamar.
Oh, no, you keep saying that. I think Lamar is passing
No,
the guy real good. But
Lamar,
I'm sorry. No. You just you gotta stop doing that. I keep trying to tell you. Lamar
Lamar.
passing the guy.
We can have this discussion.
Lamar passing got way better. I gonna hold y'all. Lamar, Joy.
But he's where Jaden's at now. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you this. You need to say this. I'm gonna be real with you because I won't do that to Lamar. You gotta say this. You gotta say this. Say it like this way. Jaden is on a trajectory to be a way better passer than Lamar. I agree.
Okay,
that's fair. That's fair. But I ain't gonna do I'm gonna get that dude his flowers because I was one of the dudes who doubted him as Lamar as when he came out in terms of passing the football as a rookie. Right. And where he's at now, I give so much credit to hard work. That dude now he anticipates passes, which I appreciate. Like he anticipates passes now, which he never did before.
But
Jaden I expect Jaden to be at a different level next year. Like, so it's not like what I'm saying is I expect Jaden because Jaden was still Jaden to me at the end of the season got better as a passer. That's why I think Jaden got better as a passer. After like that struggle, I think that's when he got better because he started anticipating throws. Like he wasn't just waiting for people to be open. He started anticipating throws. Because typically what he would do is wait and you ain't open and he running. Yeah. Now he was like he wasn't on that level no more. Like he was definitely took his game to a different level.
Real talk. He ain't like running no more. He got hit in that Panther game. Like, you know what?
I gotta learn how to. But it was good. But it worked for him though. After the injury and he came back, he struggled obviously. Some of the games. But when he got healthy, dude, just watch the Falcons game where to me he was throwing it or the playoff games. He was throwing the ball. It wasn't. I'm waiting to run the ball. Like he was throwing the ball.
My measure as a good quarterback is that when the chips are down, you need to play.
Mm-hmm.
I seen Mahomes do it. I seen Brady and them do it. 3rd and 6, the team know you're gonna pass. You gotta get a first down.
He did.
That Tampa Bay game, Jaden did not run on no big passing downs.
Exactly.
He stood back there and just
That's what I'm saying. That's my point. That's when he got to me. If you want to make the argument, like that's when he got better as a passer to me. Wasn't in the beginning of the season. That's when he got better at.
He got way better.
I want to compliment B-Rob and Eckler to start the season, and young, elusive back to take every snap once comfortable in pass protection. I mean, I feel you. I still think dude, I ain't gonna lie to you. If I'm gonna trade me, I don't care about Eckler no more. That's just me though. Now Paul got me being direct to me. I don't care about Eckler no more. I do want to run him back in the draft. Just think we need two. All right, one being B-Rob to share the love. I'm cool. Look. Deluxe, I want to actually we're almost similar, but not similar. I'm gonna be real with you. Like I want to keep B-Rob. I want it to be B-Rob Travion. That's what I want. I think you want you want to ease the young dude with Eckler. I don't even care about Eckler. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie. I want to ease. I want to be B-Rob. I want to be just like Detroit situation. I want thunder and I want lightning. I think that is real lightning. Like Travion is real lightning. That's I don't hang I hate this in basketball. I hate this in all sports. I don't handcuff talent. Like if you talented, you more talented than the next person. I want you playing. Like I don't do or you gotta whatever. Unless you hurting my team, that's different. But if I could utilize that to make you for us to win games, I want that on the field. I want that on the field. That's really though. The skill that rookie running backs need to pick up. Yeah, but he's good at all right. So Travion is good at that though. Deluxe, he's good at pass pro.
Good at pass pro.
He's good at pass pro. That's what I'm saying. He's really good at pass pro. Like really good at pass pro.
What makes him good at pass pro? He's not scared to stick his nose.
Yeah,
he's physically strong.
Yeah, he's really good at pass pro. Yeah, some rookies are ready. He's ready. He's a physically built. He's not even small. He's big actually.
5'10", 2 something.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Like he's
bigger like quarters a little bit.
Yeah, he is. And faster.
Yeah, shit. Made no sense. Oh, real quick before I forget, any more comments. The reason why I don't have Matthew Golden in my
thank you, bro. Yeah.
Any of the mock draft or my top 5. Matthew Golden ran a 4.30 or 4.29 in the combine.
Fast as I don't know what.
You watch this film, you do not see 4.29.
You don't? I thought you don't say it?
Nope. And the reason why I say that is because I looked at a lot of it, and I kept saying, okay, where's the burst where he leaves everybody behind in the other screen? Like maybe because the way Texas run their routes.
Maybe I don't know. I mean,
every game I saw him, the corner was right there with him.
For real, I go back and watch. I know he fried. I know he fried. He fried us. I know he fried Michigan. I know that. I watched. Yeah, he fried us. But I mean, we couldn't check him, dog.
Yeah, but I mean, but y'all were there though. That's my. I mean, it's not like a.
I mean, we got Will Johnson. Will Johnson was. I mean, he ran away. He ran away from Will Johnson. He was. I mean, when I ran away, they weren't targeting Will Johnson.
Right. What I'm saying is that. All right, you look at him again. You come back and tell me who's more. You think is more explosive?
I think he more. Let me go back and watch. I think. Yeah. I mean, it's for me, like I'll say this about like it's hard for me to judge. Like, damn, I hate Ohio State, but they really killing, bro. They kill the league, man, because they're so pro ready. They are. They're just so pro ready. So it's hard for me to be real with you off of this being like off true football, just watching football and just watching the body of work of that school when it comes to receivers. Mm-hmm. They be pro ready, bro. Like Noah Brown, who everybody likes from Ohio State, and he barely. I mean, and when he gets to play healthy, he flashes. You see it, like
you see it. Yeah,
one of the like they. Come on, man, like. They talented, bro. They always got a place in this league. That's what I will say. So, but to me, for real, Emeka is like the typical like he's like what's it the dude from Seattle?
Yeah.
They're similar. They're very similar actually. I would say he's more explosive though. He is more explosive than the kid from Seattle though. But they're very similar in terms of route running. They're he's gonna be a good pro. Like he's gonna be a really really good pro. The only issue with him for me is that he does. I don't know. He's a fit here because of Debo. That's the only problem I have.
Yeah. I thought that too, especially when they gave him the ball at the back.
Because Debo's true success will be in the slot.
Yeah, Mecca could be where he could play outside too. It's just
he's way better. He's way better inside though. He's
way better inside, but he's way better inside because the two guys Ohio State on the outside already.
Yeah, I mean, there's a problem. That's just how they are.
But, I mean, Golden played with Bond, and I was looking at their routes, and like he gets open in slants, and I'm like, all right, but I don't see the
route running.
The route running was there. It's just he didn't explode and pop. Like, all right, he good.
I'm gonna say this, but know what? To you, Paul, they're not like this. Ain't the receiving class of like last.
Yeah, I know.
Last year, it ain't. It's solid, man. Like it's solid. It's solid. It's solid. You know what I'm saying? Like. I mean, is he better than I think he's better than Worthy, but Worthy's all speed though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's stronger than him. It's like
he better than Worthy. I mean, it's just that, and also, you know this, Paul, man. We talk about like it's for these dudes to be successful, it's about where they gotta go, where they go.
Yeah, where they
go. Who's the quarterback, who's throwing on the football. You know what I'm saying? Like if you playing Pat Mahomes, you're gonna probably be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just thought I would see a lot more from Golden playing. Like Howard's not the greatest quarterback. I thought when Golden played with Stewart, I'm like, I thought I see it. I just thought his film to me was a little bit underwhelming.
I believe you. No, I agree. Look, I'm gonna say this. Like, I'm trying to figure out what did he do against Ohio? What was his numbers against Ohio State? He had a good game against Ohio State, right?
I think he did. It was okay. It was so. I mean,
they got good corners over there. That's how I look at it. Typically, it's like, how do you play? Like just like you talked about earlier. Like, how do you play when you're playing against the best? Like when you're playing against the best, what are your numbers? And if your numbers are okay, then I have to like believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a solid football player. But I don't also don't think that this is like again in wide receivers. I don't think this is the strongest wide receiver draft.
Right.
Compared to like last year, you know what I'm saying? Like compared to last year, I do think that wide receivers are way better off compared in year to make an impact now off the rip compared to years ago because they're just so pro ready in terms of how they run routes or whatever. Lexus, are there other good running backs in pass pro? If Trayvon's not there, is Hampton a good? Is Hampton all right in the pass pro? I heard he's all right.
Good. Right? DJ Giddings is good.
Okay. Hampton won't be there though. Hampton won't be there probably. He'll probably get drafted before.
Hampton won't be there.
He'll probably be drafted before Trayvon.
Which is what I told DH. I looked at Hampton. That's another person like he's okay. He don't pop.
Look, I'm not. Look. I'm not in love with him either, but I don't know.
Yeah,
but also, I think I'm biased. When you start, this is the thing. This is a problem with me. I'm gonna tell you all the truth about me. Like I can be so stubborn. Maybe I'm not just Nigerian stubborn. I don't know. Once I get into a fixation with one particular, like, it's because Hampton's the competition to Travion, right?
Yeah.
In my mind, I will shit on the other dude in a second now. Like I don't care.
Oh, you better now, bro. At least I get up.
I'll be like, I don't give I'll be like, I don't care.
Okay.
I look at Hampton, I'll be like, he ain't Travion. What we doing here? That's how I look at it. He ain't Travion. We ain't doing it. What we doing here?
In this case, we brothers on this one because I was like, I even looked at Hampton first, and I kept looking. I was like, is his team bad? Okay, North Carolina. All right. Then I looked again. I was like, what they're talking about, I'm not seeing. I'm like, but then I look at Travion. I'm like, oh, all right.
That's what I'm saying. Like it just pops, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you just see it, and you just like, this ain't normal. When I see Travion, it be like, this ain't normal. Nah, that's how I look at him. This ain't normal.
With Travion, it's translatable, man. I'm gonna tell you that now. Like
that translates. There you go. It translates in the league. I agree with you.
If you put Hampton goes to the league, he's probably a good pro. But if you look at him, you're like, okay, you can name 10 running backs just like him.
Yeah. Well, with Travion, it's not. Yeah.
You can only name 2 backs
in the league like Travion.
I agree. And not saying Travion better than them.
No, like you could see like he can get that breakaway. Like I'm gonna be real with you. There's only one back I see. Like, I mean, obviously you're gonna say Saquon. Everyone say Saquon, but Saquon different though. I put him in his own category. Like I don't even I don't know. But to me, Gibbs and him are very similar to me. Like they're very similar. Saquon is like, it's like he poor man Barry Sanders. That's different. I just put him on a whole different level. I just don't even like to talk about him because he's just different. And Derrick Henry they different in his own right.
Different category.
Different category. You know what I'm saying? Like that's level. There's levels to this.
Yeah. Exactly.
But in terms of similar skills, like similar in terms of when the ball in their hand, in terms of the speed that they generate, that's different. That burst is different. Because it's game speed and it's football speed. Like that football speed is different. It's just like the same reason why when you watch like Terrell Owens and you saw his 40 time, you'd be like, oh, his 40 time ugly. That is not good.
He never got caught.
Man, when you watch him in the football game, when he catch that slant and how he just go, you'd be like, oh, his football speed is real. Like that play speed is real. Same thing like Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice 40 times trash. But when he hit that slant, you weren't catching him.
You weren't catching him.
Yeah. So it's the same thing.
I feel the same about Gold, but Gold is the opposite to me. I'm like, he don't play like he's 4'2".
I believe it. I believe you. Just like safety, running backs are found throughout the draft, and this is a deep class. Man, sometimes you need these special players, bro. Sometimes it's deep, but it ain't. They ain't a running back like him. I'm just telling you. That's like me saying, like for real. That's like me saying the draft with Gibbs. Like I could have got I got a good running back, but would you rather have Jamar Gibbs? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like you're right. It's a Jamar Gibbs top
10, right? He went top 10. Jamar Gibbs
top 10. Exactly. He went top 10.
Barkley went top 5.
Yeah, but Jamar Gibbs was not even, truth be told, that was to some folks a reach because he was splitting carries in Bama.
Yeah, he was.
He wasn't even the starter in Bama. He was splitting carries with
Don't say Najee Harris, was it?
Oh, B-Rob or Najee Harris? One of them. I don't know.
Oh God.
And he wasn't. So I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and there were like you can always draft other, like there's always in football, you can always draft a back in the later rounds. That's a thing. That's always been a thing.
Right.
But it's levels to it though. There's still levels to everything. Like you got Saquon, but they got Saquon. The Giants got Saquon early, but I'm sure there was another back they could have gotten, but it ain't Saquon.
Right.
Like, you still, you know what I'm saying? Like there's levels to it. That's all I'm saying.
It's levels to it. You're gonna have the same effect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all. Yeah. So like again, it goes back to what we talked about. Whatever fits Jayden the best. Like what's gonna make Jayden better. What's gonna help Jayden? Like Paul said, instead of doing the 15, the 10, 10, 10 long drives, let me throw this screen pass and let this dude do all the work.
Right. Like exactly what I said. My model for Jayden this year should be do more with doing less.
Facts.
Don't be running for 800 yards this year.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you, Paul.
That's my point. And he just need let other people do this work, man. You just be a point guard, give it to them. But man, our quarterback should not be rushing for 830 something yards.
Yeah, I agree with you. We shouldn't.
And to everybody keep saying a running back's coming down, but doesn't know they don't, folks. Because simple fact is the NFL devalued that position.
But he's not. But see again, what was he? What was Archie drafted? Achin for Miami. Where is he drafted? That's a good question.
Oh, this is a good question. Shit, what was he drafted? I gotta look that up.
I think he was a second round. I don't think he's the first rounder at all. He was not. I don't think he's the first rounder at all. I can find it right now. Hold on. That's a good question though. You can play. That's a good one though. I ain't gonna lie. That's a good one. He was a third round pick.
Starter.
Third round pick. Would you still a starter? Third round pick.
Starter.
And if you want to look at his college stats, again, college stats. I'm talking about a dude who's actually reductive. He had a good year. 20. Yeah, he had 1100 and 20 his last year at college at Texas A&M. Yeah, good year. I'm talking about in terms of what I've seen, like playing high level football, big games. This training Henderson's done in the big games and all that. Like I'm just saying, like I get what you're saying, but you can find those type of players what you're referring to in every draft. Like in every draft, you may have the top running back, but there's always gonna be some other running back that you can draft. I don't know who was. I guess my question would be who was in his draft? Like who was in Achin's draft? Who was in his draft? Like that would be a better question for me. Like rather than saying like who was in that draft that say like, all right, was he over that player? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I would say I would do it, because I feel like their running backs. Like would you use that argument for old boy that played for who went to Boise State? What's his name? The number one running back that's going to be drafted. Gentry. Would you say, all right, why take Gentry right there when you could take a player like in the third round? You know what I'm saying? Like it depends. The same argument. Like you're always going to have, because that's how we devalue the running back. That's how folks then devalue the running back, by using that, like going with that thought process of saying like, all right, we can get somebody in this round. You know what I'm saying? We don't gotta get him here. That's what I'm saying. Like the running back has always been devalued, so it's the same type of thing.
And then you wonder why you got a running game.
Yeah, because people say like you can get a running back. Nah, we don't need him. Let's get this type of player, and we'll get this player in this round. It may not be as good as the player, but you feel like because he can still get you 1,000 yards or close enough, but it may not be as dynamic. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing.
But to be fair though, some running like the Shanahans could draft any running back.
They can. That's different. That's a system. That's different. That's a system. Like Kyle can run. Kyle don't matter. Kyle can get you. Oh, okay. So to your point, yeah. So if you look at, that's a really good point actually, because that's a Shanny offense.
Yeah.
So yeah, truth be told, I can tell you this. I don't even know if he's like as thorough as he could be, because that system is a good plug-in. Because Moister did what over there? It was killing, right? Killing.
Alpha Morris did good for us.
Yeah. So I'm saying like that system also plays a part in the run game. We don't have our run game ain't a system heavy run game. It's actually more, you just gotta be that dude. Be real with you. It's like rather than, you know what I'm saying? Say it again. Oh, you gotta be talented, right?
Talented.
You gotta be talented. I agree.
Talented this system, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But all right, man. All right, everybody, close this show out, man. This has been dope, man. Paul, man, thanks for doing the show, bro, man. Paul, good work, bro. I'm gonna say good work, and I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. And Mike, I know Mike asked this question about, are we going live on a Thursday for the draft? Yes, we are.
Oh yeah.
On Auburn and Go Everything, we're going live, but we're gonna do it. It's gonna be for Auburn and Go Everything, and we're gonna do it after the draft. We're going live after the draft. So after the draft on Thursday.
We don't pick till almost midnight.
I know, dude. That's what I go after. I can't wait for everybody else. I don't want to sit there through everybody else's draft. After our draft. Right after our draft, I mean. Not like the whole draft. Right after our draft. Like I can't look, bro. Like it's not my fault. I'm gonna talk about the freaking Travis Hunter and them. I don't want to talk about no Travis Hunter.
Hey, real quick, I know we're ready to go. Real quick,
Good.
I had the same feeling I had, but this is the first year, like, I wasn't. You know how usually by November we talk about the draft.
Yeah.
This year, this is my first time really not really sweating the draft. I mean, I love the draft, but I was like, I'm waiting for the season to begin. I'm like, all right, we just gonna get pieces in the draft or somebody special. I'm like, but I'm more looking like, all right, I'm looking for us to win. You know what I'm saying? Like it was in the old days when Gibbs used to play. I hate the draft was like second nature. We'd be like, all right, what we gonna do to win the Super Bowl?
It was though. The draft was not the thing. It wasn't the play.
Right. So I'm like, that's how my feeling was. I'm like, all right, we drafted, but like, all right, I'm ready to like start the season. Like, all right, let's get back where we was at. So that's what I say all that to say. That's how I feel. You got a franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I'll say this: like, I need to build on because I know what we did it's hard. It's hard to obtain with the talent we got.
Yeah.
We need more talent. So I do understand that, and I didn't like. I'm gonna be real with you. If I liked how we handled free agency, I think I would have been more better. I'll be like you.
Yeah.
But now, like, I didn't like the way they tackle free agency, so I'm like, I need more. Like, I need more to help out with Jaden and the whole team. You know what I'm saying? Because
Surprise you like free agency. We got two good people in free agency.
Who?
Thompson and Debo, yeah.
Who else we got other than Debo?
I mean, we traded for Debo, but
who else we got?
That's all we needed. I can't say nobody else.
We gave up 55 points. Who we get on defense?
We got a bunch of Jags.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Sorry.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you gotta. All right, we're using an example. You know what I'm saying? We got to the NFC Championship game, bro. When the Rams won the Super Bowl, they were like, "Man, screw this. We signed the folks."
Right.
I got too close, man. I know what they trying to do, and I appreciate it. Oh, Deluxe, you like free agency? God damn, Deluxe, you go anti me. I swear you anti me, Deluxe. You go against me all the time.
I'm with Deluxe on this one though. I like free agency was cool.
Who you like on defense, man? Who you like? You like what you are? You like obviously you like.
I mean, we got a left tackle though. We got a left tackle.
Okay, so you got trades. You like offense. Okay, sorry, I apologize.
Hey.
So you know what? I do like Tunsil, obviously, and Debo. So it's two, right?
Yeah, that make our
offense. But you gotta tackle. But if free agency, you gotta tackle. To me, you still gotta build your team as a whole. Like offense, how many points we scoring offensively last year?
We averaged almost close to 30 points a game.
All right, exactly. That's my point. We were scoring.
Yeah, good point.
We were scoring. How many points was giving up towards the end of the season? That's all I'm saying. Like, eventually, you gotta. I ain't saying over. You gotta pay. Like, no. I ain't saying overpay. Like, but the people you brought in you're hoping. It's a hope. They not guarantees. They're hopes.
I know you going with this. The same people we got can still give them the same 55 we gave up.
Yes, it's the same amount of points, man. Let's not act like this is something different. Like, these dudes ain't going. They're not. It sounds because anytime you get a new toy, you want to get. Like, I'm the same way. Any player I get, I'd be like, oh, man, it's gonna be an upgrade. Like, oh yeah, sign him, blah blah blah. Like, nah, man. Like, on that defense side of the ball, you got to show me. It's gotta, like, I'm not gonna go because I got all I can go off is your track record,
right?
And your track record tells me you're not dominant and you're not like you're another guy. That's what your track record tells me. You're just another guy, and that's fine. Maybe you fit the system, but I'm not gonna go off wishful thinking and say you gonna fit. I ain't gonna say he fits better than so and so. I'm not gonna say that because I don't know, and like no one knows. Real talk, no one really knows. It's gonna have to see how it is on Sundays. For real. And if it does work out, then I'm the first to say, yeah, that was a good signing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a good signing. Like, I'm the example. When they signed Jeremy Chin and let what's the name go? Let
Chin.
My guy played for the Rams. Why am I tripping?
Cam Curl?
Cam Curl. Basically, that was a switch off, right?
Yeah.
I said to myself, I was like, ain't bad, because I ain't gonna hold you. Like, Jeremy Chin, he had some real success in this league. He's had some real success. Like, I think last year was his down year, but he had success. So it ain't horrible, and it wasn't horrible. It worked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that made sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, So what did you say about? I like Zach Ertz. So be real. I like Zach Ertz. I liked Eckler as a backup. This is how I thought at the time. I ain't care about Dante Fowler. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie to you. That I won't lie. Be honest. I like be honest. I didn't care for Allegretti. Allegretti. I didn't care about him. But that's who I feel. I would, because if anybody knows me, I'm high on Zach Ertz. I'm so high on. I love Zach Ertz. I've always loved Zach Ertz. So I'm pretty fair, bro. I'm pretty fair. When I say this, I'm fair. Like,
right.
I ain't saying this to say it. Like, people talk about Kinlaw has not Fowler. At least Fowler has. I said this. Even at least Fowler has had success in the NFL. Like, he's had it like a year or two when he played all right. Yeah. But I've never. But even Fowler, you could say for Fowler was decent, was good in terms of sacks, but he was also a weakness last year. Against the run. But the players that they brought in on the defense side of football, I'm not even talking about the offense. The offense, I think, to your point, the offense got better. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, they got better. On a defense side of the ball, I need to step up.
Yeah.
Like,
so you saying they didn't move the needle on defense for you?
Nah, they ain't moved the needle on defense to me.
Yeah, you're right.
They didn't.
I agree. They didn't move the needle.
I can make the argument they got worse on defense.
Yeah.
I can make that argument. But you know what? But again, if you're adding it, I'm talking about for the start of the season. Well, that's not fair. Because I think you add in a Lattimore and you get a whole year of Lattimore kind of helps out too. Mm-hmm. A whole early year of Lattimore. But if like Lattimore goes down, all right, then you still almost in the same situation. I mean, I like was it Jonathan Jones? He cool. Older player. He a vet. He a good players champion. I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you still need to build around, like, that D line to me got to be better. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it need to be better. It does. It needs to be better. And safety too. That's trash. Like, what they did, safety is trash.
Can't let Percy Butler go, can you?
Nah, they ain't trash. What they did, safety was trash. They moved the needle on deep. With who? Kinlaw? Are you? All right. You do know Kinlaw is supposed to be like that, right? Like, when he came out of South Carolina, he was supposed to be really good. He's underachieved. Like, y'all gotta stop. Nah, man. Nah. Pull up Kinlaw stats and come back at me. San Fran traded him. San Fran traded him. Don't forget to the Jets. They traded him to the Jets.
If he's a man, he's on his third team already.
Come on, bro. What am I saying? Am I lying?
No, he's on his third team.
Am I lying? Like, he's supposed to. He's been just another guy. That's what he's been. Now you look at his size and you're like, oh, you maybe he can anchor the run game, but that's a hope. That ain't not a fact though. That's a hope. That's a hope. That's not a fact. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get a certain player, you're like, oh yeah, we good. That's a hope. Like, Minnesota getting Jonathan Allen is more of a we a better situation compared to us getting Kinlaw.
Yeah, they moved the needle up because they got an all-pro.
Yeah, all-pro. Exactly. And match them with a good defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? With a proven defensive coordinator. Let me be fair.
I can tell you right this. That's a good topic for another show.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Believe me. I'll tell you, I will have me some haters on here, bro. Folks will hate me.
And now we lock on that one because
me and you lock in. Me and you are locked in. Man.
During the post game, we had some questions about my man.
Man. So what you saying? What you are saying is defense will be focused. Yeah, I think it should be. It should be. But I don't think it's just think Deluxe. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know if it will be though, and I don't think it. I don't think because the lack of work you really did in terms of really improving your defense, because you brought back a lot of players who I felt like, all right, you brought back Colin Farrell. Like, Colin Farrell. What's the name for it? Not Colin Farrell, but Farrell. I forgot to keep forgetting his real first name. Farrell, you brought him back. He was mad. You brought back.
They brought back Day. They brought the kid. Was it Day or somebody? Some kid they brought.
Yeah, they brought Day for inside. I mean, they're all like they're good, solid role players. I
don't think they say it's like they got stronger front.
They just got stronger. That's all I'm saying. Like, when you go, all right, you're gonna go against. All right, this is the thing, and this is no lie. We ain't lying. We just keep the bean. We're gonna play. We play against the best offensive line in football.
Yeah.
Twice a year.
Right.
Okay. That's you're gonna need dogs out there, bro. Now if Payne motivates himself to be like that dude, like to be the Payne we saw before.
And you got
Jazan takes his game to the next level. I do think Jazan's gonna be good. Takes his game to the next level. Then we talking. But but look what I'm saying. If see the word I'm using?
If. Yeah, it's a lot of ifs in there.
Mm-hmm. If I'm not, I mean, it's not like I'm banking on it. It's if.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Those are ifs. That's what I'm saying. Like, but when I go on, but if I look on the offensive side of the ball, what am I saying? Am I really using ifs? Nah.
You got a lot of definites over there.
Yeah, hey, Jay gonna get his numbers. Debo gonna. There's no if when I say Debo. Debo gonna make plays. You know what I'm saying? Zach Ertz is going to be Zach Ertz. Like these are like what I'm saying. Those are guarantees. Like barring injury, those are things that I expect. Everybody else on that defense, you can't expect nothing. I think that Mikey will be good next year. Mikey will take his game to the next level.
Marshawn a lock.
I think Marshawn a lock. I believe because he has a track record, as a body of work. I believe Quan Martin going to be fine. Because they showed me something. That's what you showed me.
So basically, on defense, we got 3 guarantees.
And Bobby Wagner will be good. I know Bobby's going. I know Bobby going to get
4 guarantees. Now, how about and your boy Frankie? So that's about 5.
Frankie going to be good. But I think they do Frankie a big disservice. Like they can make Frankie's life could be so much easier if they decide to up their edge rushers.
Yeah,
because they can move Frankie around for real. Because Frankie ain't really a hands in the dirt. At you sack quarterback. He a dude that you blitz. He's a great blitzer. He's a dude that you kind of scheme up to get to the quarterback.
He needs space.
Yeah, there you go.
He needs space.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I know it's a bunch of ifs for everything. I'm just telling you, like these dudes, like that defense there's nothing on that defense that I look at him like, yeah, like in terms of what they need to fix. Like basically, we know what they need to fix. They need to stop the run. Let's keep it. They need to stop the run. And there's nothing on that defense that I could tell you like that's a guarantee. I don't feel like they got that dude in the middle to say, "Oh, they stopping the run."
Like you said, they got stronger because look, the goal people, and I've been saying this, and George, if George was on, he probably agree with me. The only team we playing against the Eagles, man.
Yeah, I agree.
That's they got.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. Well, teams get better. That's one thing. We even go for like teams get better. We gonna see. Like some teams and the draft is going to dictate some of this stuff too. Real talk for these other teams, for real. I think Detroit going to be. Well, we'll see how they are without Ben Johnson. I think Ben Johnson can be the weakness for real. After to a certain extent,
it might be better.
They may be better for real on the low, and because they're going to get like we don't like. Don't ever forget. Like I was impressed when we did to Detroit, right? We all were, but they were missing a hella dudes on defense.
Yeah, they were.
So them dudes, they don't get Hutchinson back, who's one of the best defensive players in football. They don't get him back. So they're gonna be better. Like they should be a better team. Should be. You know what I'm saying? Now, Jared Goff is their problem. That's their arbitrage. You know what I'm saying? That's their problem. But also I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like, and I had this discussion on another show. Like, if we don't get to where we got to last year, it ain't a failure. You know what I'm saying? Because one, that's hard, and it's not like a soft. That's what I'm trying to. Because folks here are real funny how they they turn on folks. And I was trying to tell, like we're talking about it. I was like, Jay, we don't get to like the NFC Championship game or whatever. Like it's okay. Like it's okay because football is hard. Right? And teams get better. Just like, all right, for instance, CJ Stroud's a prime example. See how people turn on CJ Stroud? Like, he a sophomore slump. And what happened? And what happened? He got to the NFC, he got to the playoffs and won a playoff game. Then it was like, all right. You know what I'm saying? So it's and they try to call that a slump.
Yeah, they got different narratives, and they ended up finding an offensive coordinator. So it was more than just CJ Stroud.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what I'm saying? But the point is, like, they said it was a slump, and it really wasn't a slump, for real, in the grand scheme of football. So I'm just saying, like, we don't, for us, like, just do what's best to build our team so we could do our thing, and we're going to be fine. That's how I look at it. Yeah. All the others, like, but I just feel like but I do want to put them in the best situation to be successful. Like, I do want them to improve their team in that unit on that defensive line, because I don't want to see teams be able to run easily against us. I don't. I'm sorry. Like, I'd rather I need you to be stout against the run. That's what I want. if you get beat, like your like corner play, that's fine. Like that's skill. Like you gotta try to work that out better to maybe play more coverage. That's fine. But when a team can run on you, that means they just punking you. And that's not just, and it just wasn't the Eagles. It was everybody running on us. It wasn't just the Eagles. It was everybody. Like that middle was too open for everybody.
You're right. The game was close. They were running the football. We weren't blowing up.
Exactly.
Right.
Detroit was that was video game crap. That was ridiculous.
They decided they ran the same play. They ran the toss to the left.
Bruh. The only thing that like it was because they were arrogant to throw the ball with golf, and we got all those picks. But that was what anytime they wanted to run the ball, they were straight.
They was. Hey, argue for me on that. Just somebody was trying to get a job. That's why that happened.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Job.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying.
It's all good.
Yeah, I agree with that. Get to the playoffs, and then it's all about playoff matches. Of course, Deluxe, you know it. It's all about matchups. It's always about matchups.
You know what would be my thing for success this year? Be honest
with
you.
What would it be?
We just get home field advantage.
I would love that. That means I win the division. I know.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That'd be more success because once you get home field advantage, the team come and beat you, then they just come in and beat you.
That's true. Man, that means that they took their game to a next level. If they got home field advantage, that means they beat the Eagles out. And the Eagles, to me, are primed. The way they're set up, they're primed for a run because they got like all their players. A lot of their players are young. That's what blows me. A lot of their players are young. But I'm waiting for AJ Brown to mess that thing all the way up. So then I'll be happy. He's about to mess that thing all the way up. He about to crash out. I already see AJ Brown about to crash out. They about to blow it. I want to beat them. I can't. They're enemy number one right now. That team is not the Cowboys anymore. It is the Eagles.
It's the Eagles. Eagles game is the
new game. It's the new game, dog. It is the new game. It's the new game. But all right, y'all, man. Thank y'all for pulling up, tuning in to me and Paul, man. We was talking some good NFL mock draft stuff. Paul, man, props to Paul, man. When I hit him up, I was like, Paul, you're gonna do this. This is what we're gonna have you do. My man came out this joint prepared, man. I love it. He's prepared.
I was prepared 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know you were. You were though. I was like, Paul, man, come on, man. It's too soon, bro. It's too soon.
Yeah, it's too soon.
I was like, things could change, bro. They made the narrative may change. You know what I'm saying? Was your list the same compared to what it was back then?
Well, Princely actually is a Princely.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Malachi.
They're about the same.
And Horton and Javon probably the new ones in it.
There were new ones in there. See, yeah. I knew it probably would be because the narrative changes and you get to learn more about these players too. You learn a little bit more.
Yeah. Learned a lot more. And I started watching a lot more because I was like, we need to do something. So
if you told, because for real, if I did my research and did like that, like I wouldn't, if I did off my whole gut and how I want to do it, I would always pick like Trevion Henderson number 29. I just would, but I know I would be wrong though. I know it's not the thing. I know he won't be. I feel like 30%. I feel like it's the 30% chance he gets drafted at 29. Like I know he's not getting drafted at 29.
I'm gonna give you something. I read like information's out there, people. Yeah. So you can kind of read where the underlying tones are going. Yeah. He's moving up boards, folks. So and a lot of people lie. See, this is what kills me. When you hear the narrative saying, "Well, yeah, he's gonna be a second rounder," nah, that's a GM putting that lie. Say, hey.
Yeah. I think this is me. I think he could be a first rounder, but I think if he's a first rounder, he's like if he's a second rounder, he's like the first pick in the second round. That's my thought process. I don't think two running backs are going to be personally. I don't think there's two running backs that's going to go in a. That'd be three. I think Hampton's going to be. I think Hampton. They got Hampton rated higher than him.
Yeah, here's the thing: if we don't pick, and this is why I know how Andy Reid thinks. If we don't pick, then the Chiefs will.
Oh, that's a fact.
See, that's what I'm saying.
You know what? That's a fact. That's a bar and a fact. Andy Reid don't play with speed.
Did he keep getting good?
Nah, he don't play with speed. He don't play with speed.
He don't play.
He don't play with speed. That type of speed. Nah, he don't play with that type of speed. Andy Reid definitely taking that kid. I knew Andy Reid was getting worthy. Like I knew he was getting worthy. I knew he was getting worthy. I knew it. I was so mad. I was like, y'all gonna let him get worthy? Like I knew he was getting worthy. And it's to me, Andy Reid draft the same way every year. I don't even know why y'all don't be surprised. Like he drafted the same way every year.
people stop overthinking. If the kid is talented, pick him.
Pick him. Stop doing that. Like that bothers me. Like if you think you could,
go ahead, man.
If you could utilize him, why? That bothers me. That's what I'm saying.
Because if we go to Kansas City, guess who will be watching the Super Bowl next year again?
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Pat Mahomes, good God, don't tell me that.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't tell me. Well, Andy Reid drawing up when the way Andy Reid draws up plays. Don't tell me that.
Nah, don't see
that's nasty work for real.
That's real nasty. And
I need
to start thinking like, yo, like we say, Jaden with Travion. Come on.
That's how I need to think like that. Yeah, good God, that would be nasty.
See, got to think it alternative.
He just say, it's line season. Players will rise and fall based on. No, I agree. I agree with that. It is line season though. It is line season.
And I bet you the Chiefs are the one doing the line because they
do lie. Everybody who want what they want be lying like crap. That's the problem, man. Everybody be lying.
Travion Henderson is going to be like the 50th pick, 55 pick and draft. Really?
Facts. I don't think he's going that far back. I agree with you.
He's not going that far.
Yeah, I don't think. I think he is like. I think he's either late first, early second. I don't think he's going that far back. I ain't going.
Hey, Wole,
I'm with you. I'm with you. That when you say that makes sense. That makes sense.
I haven't been wrong in a while. I told you we was going 11-5 or 11-6.
Shit, you ain't lying.
Henderson ain't going past the Chiefs.
I believe you on that one. That one, I think when you talk about the Chiefs, that I agree with you. I don't think he is past the Chiefs.
He ain't going past 31, folks.
Yeah, I don't think he goes past the Chiefs. I like that. I actually like that a lot, actually, because they already got because they re-signed Hollywood Brown. They got their speed back on the receivers. They got Worthy. They got Rice coming back. Yeah, they don't need that.
They re-signed Kareem Hunt. You know they need a running back.
They need
no offense to Kareem.
Oh yeah, they need a back bad, bro. They need one bad too.
And if anybody trades up with Kansas City to move 3 spots so they can,
I swear, don't do it. Washington, don't do it. Washington, don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't. Please don't. All right, before we end this show, make sure you subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search the Urban Sports Scene. Also follow us on X, IG, and TikTok at Urban Sports Scene. Also, like our Urban Sports Scene Facebook page. If you have not subscribed to our Urban Sports Scene YouTube channel and you're on here right now, hit that red subscribe button and also like this video. Also check out our show on our website, which is www.urbansportscene.com. Again, that's www.urbansportscene.com. Anyway, I appreciate Paul being on, man. The homie, he brought the fire. The show was dope. Anyway, you've been listening to the Urban Sports Scene for ages. You dig? Deuces. We are out.
Peace, everybody.